Okay, what's up, guys? Second live, Braves, Mets. Hopefully, Mother Nature cooperates. We got about 10 minutes until first pitch. I did not want to listen to the Francisco Lindor interview because I don't care. So I am currently watching Arizona, Arkansas Super Regional. But we got about 10 minutes till first pitch. It is Ian Anderson versus Taiwan Walker. Hopefully, my first key for the Braves is offensively get a hit before the fifth inning, because in the 3 games versus the Mets at home a couple weeks ago, the Mets pitching was stellar, and we didn't get a hit until the 5th inning of all 3 ball games. So hopefully we jump on them early. Taiwan Walker was a pest for us. Only had 33 pitches in his 3 innings. Shut us out. 1 hit allowed to Max Fried, and then was removed as a precaution because of side tightness. So hopefully that we've seen Walker and we know what he shows and has. It's been a while since we faced him, so hopefully we make some adjustments. And I know there's a big void without Marcell Ozuna in the lineup, out six weeks with a couple of finger fractures after that gross spiked accident play in the first game against Boston. But I just hope the Braves offense doesn't try to do too much in replacing him, especially Arianza, who deserves to get the chance to show what he can do as a potential starter. I'm sure AA is scouring the phones and things of that nature right now, but all the divisions are pretty well competitive. So I'm pretty sure we're going to have to try the internal options for a little while until we see something that fits. We just need to be ourselves and don't try to do too much in replacing the production or potential production Ozuna has given us for the past year and a half. It's just the reality of sports and of baseball, and especially the way the Braves have played this year. It's kind of a dark cloud on some things, but we're still right in it, and that's all that matters. And we're starting to see the ball very well offensively, so hopefully we can take advantage of the many injuries that the Mets have. 17 on the IL, I believe, still, so hopefully we can still take advantage. But again, pitching, and that's the way the Mets have been able to stay in it nicely. 24-20. They swept a doubleheader yesterday against the lowly Rockies, who are a insanely bad 3-22 on the road this season. I didn't think that was remotely possible, but baseball continues to give us stats that don't make any sense whatsoever. So we will see what we can do. And it's a big series, obviously, with the rain out yesterday. And we have a pretty good window to get this game in. There's some threatening stuff around 8, but we should be okay. And with the 100% chance of rain tomorrow, who knows? So hopefully Mother Nature will cooperate, as I said. So about 5 minutes until first pitch. It's a big battle because it's division and the Mets are winning the division by 2.5 right now. But I mean, hopefully we can finally get some traction and we can maybe get that over 500 thing because it's like the ghost of it right now. But we just gotta keep going.
It was rained out last night in the opener, so the opener is tonight with very cool conditions as Ozzy Albies and the Atlanta Braves come in for the first time to Citi Field.
The bottom of our lineup is definitely not as potent or scary with having to move pieces upward. But
honestly, Tom, it's been old school the way the Mets have done it as of late. It has, and it's a formula as old as the game itself. Pitching and defense.
Pitching.
Playing low-scoring games, especially
14-5 in one-run games. That's gonna even out, you would think. And I mean, with Noah Syndergaard, unfortunately, got shut down for 6 more weeks with elbow inflammation. Jacob deGrom is Jacob deGrom, so that's insane. So that's not really surprising, but impressive. Impressive for them. So I mean, it's going to be a low scoring series probably, especially with the quality pitching matchup we have tonight. So it's going to be one of those nail biting ones. It feels like. Hopefully not. Hopefully we take Taiwan Walker out early. Who knows? But we will see.
And it was walk-off city. He's done that a lot this year. 15 home runs overall. Speed to burn. In my book, you're looking at the most dynamic leadoff hitter in baseball since Ricky Henderson, the best of all time.
Hello?
We'll get set to go between the Braves and the Mets. First pitch of this series, baseball night in America and top.
My dad just called me. I have no idea why.
Baseball looks a little different these days. These young guys have brought a bright and vibrant.
Yeah. 8. We're on Fox.
Oh, good, thank you.
Dad was wondering what channel we were on, so that's why he kept texting me. I don't know why he didn't just text me, but whatever. Okay. So we got 3 minutes. In a cold, windy, brisk day at Citi Field, hopefully results in a W. 20-1 in my first live, so who knows how. It's almost like all you can do is go down from here, but hopefully it's a W nonetheless. 2-1 or 1-0. I don't care. W's, especially in division. We really need to kind of start stringing some things together.
At least Geico makes funneling our home and car insurance easy.
You saved us a ton of money. I'm smarter than the average man.
You're gone, Dad.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Why should your business go to the hybrid cloud? Well, it's a lot like golf. So many factors could affect your shot.
Checking to see if the thing went through on Twitter, so everybody can watch if they want. Okay, good. So, whoever you are watching, thank you, and hopefully more will come. I know the game hasn't started yet, so but I'm really excited and hope the good vibes of the first live continue, and Ian Anderson does Ian Anderson things, and just goes out there and attacks the zone.
It's starting to feel a little bit more and more like a normal May day in New York City on our way to Citi Field today, although the weather does not indicate as such. It is very cold for this time.
You might have to really get one tonight to get it out because of the cold, rainy weather in New York and across the northeast. So we might have to manufacture it a little more tonight.
Right behind the Dodgers in runs per game, 4.9 runs per game. Nobody has hit more home runs in Major League Baseball than the Braves this year. Acuna, Freeman, Albies, Riley, Swanson, Adrianza, Contreras, Heredia, and Ian Anderson in the 9th spot. No Marcelo Zuna after he was injured in the finale on Wednesday against Boston. And Acuna will get the first crack.
Come on, Ronnie. Come on, Ronnie. Get it started, bud.
Taiwan Walker, who returns since May the 17th. He had not pitched. In fact, last outing was at Truist Park against these Braves.
He will walk you, but it's kind of an interesting dilemma against Taiwan because he's kind of, even though being effectively wild can almost help you because just effectively wild the hardest to face because you don't know when you're going to get a pitch in the zone, and it could make you look really silly, and that's the hardest type of thing. And we tried early on against Taiwan, we tried the attack ambush mode, and it did not work.
You cannot throw a get-me-ahead fastball because he will not let it go by. He swung at the first pitch of the game half the time this year, and when it's been a fastball, 5 times he's hit it out of the park.
Come on, Ronnie. Come on, Ronnie. Go La Bestia, baby.
Boy, the outfield has looked very unfamiliar as of late, but it's Dom Smith, Cameron Maven, Billy McKinney newly added from the Milwaukee Brewers in right field. Jonathan Villar and Francisco Lindor played excellent on the left side. Jose Peraza is in there with the injured Jeff McNeil out. James McCann,
Thomas Nito was the ultimate villain for Braves pitching
all of them have come this week. And
last week,
has done a very good job of handling the pitching staff.
or a couple of weeks ago now, I guess, against the Mets. He was the ultimate pest.
So right out of the gate, it is Walker against Acuna, and off we go on a Saturday night in New York. Win for first pitch fastball.
First pitch fastball, you let it go.
Acuna to start the night.
Look at this. It's what you leave the dugout looking for.
Walker home with 0-1, and Acuna is down in the count,
0-2 inside fastball. He's probably kicking himself for that, leaving that first one go by, but
in terms of pace so far this year. He's pulling the ball more, and he continues to smoke. Great contact hitter in terms of the barrels he gets on the ball.
Reduced strikeout rate this season.
Walker misses down on the way.
91-mile-an-hour slider. Eat your heart out, Tom Glavine with that. Pulled it 1-2.
4-seam, 2-seam.
I guess that was a 2-seam fastball, maybe.
Ball mixed in. A 1-2. Fastball misses to run the county.
2-2. I know Ronald struggled in May, but he's still, in terms of the numbers, he's still walking. He's still having deep at-bats, even if they haven't resulted in good things at times.
They did a really good job of eliminating the top 3 in the order a couple of weeks ago when these two teams met in Atlanta. That was a big key to keeping those games tight.
It looks cold and gross.
2-2 for Walker.
2-seam, dirt ball, 3-2. Another great deep at bat. You really have to throw Acuna 3 quality pitches to be able to get him out. Woo! A lightning bolt straight up the middle to start it. Leadoff single. Great start. Mixed it up. Still mixing it up even without the primary mix-it-upper creator and Marcelo Zuna down for a bit, but great approach. And thank you. We get our first hit before the 5th inning, first batter. So there goes the no-no.
And Neo has been very good as of late at cutting down the
Come on, Free. Come on, Free. Move him around.
here on 7 tries. 3 defenders on the right side for the left-handed hitting Freddie Freeman.
Pick-off attempt for Ronnie. Just to kind of a courtesy call.
Walker in his career. Not a lot of these Braves have seen a lot of Walker. 2 for 6 with a home run.
They don't have as drastic of a shift on Freddie at the moment.
Trying to keep Acuna as close as possible.
Back-to-back pick-off attempts. That one was a little closer. Ronnie, don't get picked off.
Braves don't steal a lot of bases. Acuna has 6 of their 14 steals this year. Big cut from Freeman to get a strike.
A fastball, 94 right on the corner. Swing and miss.
We talked about a little bit, Tom. They have really increased their shift total. Only the Dodgers shift more. Both of those teams.
They have a different type of shift. Usually, it's not as drastic. They have a bit of one, but definitely not as drastic with, I guess, with Acuna on first. That's why. I forgot about that. Slider high. 1-1.
He's going to play him straight up.
Yeah.
But when you look at his spray charts, very rarely.
Oh, now it's more drastic
to the other side.
with
So
one.
take away
That's
the
weird.
base hits up the middle and don't defend ground balls, which he rarely hits to the left side of the infield.
Cam there to block that, like he typically does as a catcher. Acuna back in.
Dirt ball on the pickoff. Hopefully Acuna's okay with that abdominal thing that he struggled with
Some rough offensive
in
stretches at the
Wrigley.
22 to start this month of May. He has heated up drastically since. 323 over the last 17 games. His batting average, that 242 is a career low, but the contact is still very good. It's high quality. Acuna just kind of pumped his fist. I don't know if he was a little frustrated because he felt like that may have been the pitch for him to go.
Not easy to run on Walker. You've seen already. He's got a very
he
good move to first base.
he's got a
right-handed pitcher. He was a really good athlete in high school. In fact, the Dodgers had scouted him as a right fielder.
Now Acuna goes. Freeman. Get a piece of it. Acuna into second base.
That was fouled off.
Just got a piece of that chick swing.
Acuna just now realizing it.
Foul ball. That would have been an easy stoler.
Very close. Wow.
I don't know if he hit
Hard
that.
to really tell. Tony Randazzo is.
I don't think he hit that.
He's crew chief as well.
So it should be a runner on second, but
Right slipper at the top step there.
that was a little unlucky.
Randazzo, whose cousin is the radio broadcaster, one of them from the New York Mets.
Oh, good. Look. Oh, Freeman, Chasey on the high fastball. Ugh, dang it. Strikeout.
Just above the top of the zone, you saw a high target. Even for Freddie, who's one of the best fastball hitters in the big leagues.
Couldn't get on top of it. Ugh. Got a Chasey on the last 2 pitches, but quality by Walker.
Walker will face the switching Ozzy Albies, who bats left-handed here.
Come on, Oz. Come on, Oz.
Other guys back to hitting lefties well.
Inside slider.
Strange
1-0.
for him last year.
I didn't think Freddie tipped that, but I guess he did. Darn it.
This year, that OPS is back over 1,000 against left-handers.
Yeah, he's dealing with a hand injury last year. Much healthier this year.
They played half the season a year ago. Continuing to keep Acuna close as the
Another pickoff against Acuna. Easy with that abdominal thing.
If you see a called strike against Ozzy Albies, nobody swings at pitches in the zone more often than Ozzy. He does not let them go by if it's anywhere in the zone. Acuna goes. Pitches outside, throw down to second. On target.
They got Acuna. Dang it, Thomas Nido continues to be a pest this time. Defensively, great throw.
Great throw because this is how they teach catchers now. Put it on the first base side and watch Lindor.
I don't think.
Doesn't come up. A lot of infielders, when they catch that short hop, the momentum of the bounce will bring the glove up. He keeps the glove low to the ground.
Yeah, he did get him. Good tag. Dang it.
Talked about the Mets defense.
4 words.
That was Exhibit 8 tonight. Base is empty and a 2 at Albies.
So chances are Ozzy's gonna hit a double, and it's gonna be a bugaboo because that usually always happens.
He cut down on his strikeout rate because of exactly what you just talked about. He had a career high K rate last year. Big cut there, and it's 2-2.
Slider 2-2, 16 pitches.
Last year, Albies was striking out about this year it's less than 1 every 5, so nice improvement. Chance to get out of the city facing the minimum of 2-2.
Strike out on another high fastball, perfectly placed by Walker. The leadoff, nothing comes of the leadoff single, which is unfortunate. That non-tip thing on Freddie is a little interesting there. I don't think he actually tipped it, but he would have been on second there, but a little bit swing and misky. But Taiwan Walker looks fresh and great so far, unfortunately.
Their grittiest competitor takes a pitch up in the zone, keeps her hands high. Our first home run of the Super Regional goes to Kayla Kessinger.
But the Mets are just tough. They're winning it old school, pitching and defense again. Thomas Nido nailing Acuna. It has to be a perfect throw, and it was. So it was, and Missouri and James Madison softball is going to be my commercial avoidant game or thing to avoid commercials because I cannot stand them at all. But see, Ian Anderson, usually his big issue or bugaboo, as I like to say, is the first inning. So if he can get out of the gates hot, then we might be in for a stellar of a pitching duel. Who knows? But Ian established that fastball, let that changeup and curveball that he's sprinkled in a lot more effectively of late go to work. And the Mets lineup is definitely interesting, but Jonathan VR and Thomas Nido, and obviously the back of the bubblegum card of Francisco Lindor, who has not enjoyed his time statistically in New York so far. So the walks and first inning are the thing that you always have to look at for Ian, but we'll see how it starts. First pitch, fastball, smoke foul, but loud strike.
This is start number 10 this season after 6 of them last year. Been rock solid. Opponent batting average under 200 since he debuted last year.
We are trying to beat the shift. Bunt 0-2.
Switched over to the right side. He just had to get that anywhere away from Anderson on the left side. It was an easy hit. You don't see a lot of
0-2.
hitters try it with one strike because the downside, obviously, now you're 0-2. But I like the thinking. 0-2.
High fastball. Didn't get him to chase, but great spot. 1-2.
been out since May the 1st with a sprained left hand.
High slider, high changeup with the first strikeout. Steal so bad it was good that Pavetta kept getting us on what was it, Wednesday in that waterlogged one. I feel like when you hang something and you hang it so bad that you can't do anything with it. No, Bill Metz, no.
When he's going well, he's a good pull hitter.
Boo Mets, boo Mets, boo Mets.
Especially on off speed. You see Anderson starting with the curveball.
First curveball, dirt ball for 1-0 for Anderson, but a nice different pitch.
Will take a strike.
Nasty changeup to get him back in the count.
For 16 with a base hit during the Mets doubleheader against the Rockies on Thursday, of which they won both games. 3 different times he's gone 0 for 10 or worse this year.
95-mile-an-hour fastball right by him. Louisiana hardball with that one.
He's late here on the fastball. Classic case, the hitter being in between. Early on off speed, late on velocity.
Or stays alive.
Another high cheese, just foul, 1-2 count.
But you didn't pay him this much money to hit 185. Obviously, it's fairly well understood. A long time he's set to be here. 10 years, $341 million extension through 2032. Right young stars in the game. He puts it down at 2-2 as he watches that one in the Drury.
Curveball, really good. Change of eye level, but Lindor able to lay off 2-2.
And to follow as Anderson comes home with a 2-2.
Another dirt ball, curveball, 3-2. Don't want to walk him after getting ahead 0-2 quickly. Don't want to do that.
2016, less of a pull hitter, more of a high average hitter. Change up.
Contreras calls for it, and it's delivered at the knees.
Disgusting change up at the knees. Catches Lindor looking. Yeah, that change up is the great equalizer.
You still have to honor the 95.
Great equalizer. Whew. Dotted. Dotted, bud, dotted.
And the spin rate and axis are almost identical.
James Mccann up for the Mets.
Anderson really only a 3-pitch pitcher, but it's all coming out of the same tunnel. Now he'll face James Mccann, the 30-year-old catcher who has had to convert to first base this week. Pete Alonso hoping to be back soon.
Great fastball. Barely missed the outside. Keep it there all night. You might call it, but it was very close. No. Nice spot.
Midweek game at Memphis the last time he played first base. Did not play it as a pro.
Swing wildly at a dirt ball curveball. 1-1. James Mccann, the 4-year, $40 million contract coming over from the Chicago White Sox, hasn't necessarily lived up to expectations so far for the Metropolitans. He hasn't really. Ian hasn't got that. Ian hasn't got that finish on the curveball yet, necessarily, but still looking good.
Mccann signing a 4-year deal with the Mets as a catcher, filling in for Pete Alonso at first. And he hammers the ball to right field. Acuna ranging back at the track. Looking up.
Dang it. 2 outs. Solo blast off the bat of James Mccann. Got it under the wind. 1-0 Mets. Dang it. Challenge fastball. Just great swing by Mccann. Dang it.
That ball carried at him. I was
Mccann looked like he was tracking his pitch. Fastball up.
Yeah, it just got on top of it. I guess the cold had nothing to do with that one. That was words. Solo homer shouldn't beat you, so still 2 outs. It just left that one up. I still don't know how he necessarily got on top of that.
This year, not getting the ball up in the air as much, but that time was
Dang it.
that ball carried well. You're right.
All right, so hit it to right.
1-1. It has been a while since Dominic Smith has hit a home run.
Dominic Smith, let's just try to end it here.
Appearances without one. Still hitting better in terms of contact this one. For Ian Anderson, he had allowed 4 home runs all season. All of them came against the Philadelphia Phillies.
1 and 2.
This is good for the Braves. Just in the last couple of weeks, look where Austin Riley is playing that rover position in short right field.
And you would not have seen that in April.
No.
1-2. Bounces in.
Yeah, that curveball has not found the mark yet for Ian. 2-2, 2 outs.
Yeah, the Braves, 29th in the major leagues shift percentage, complete opposite of the Mets. But over the last 2 weeks, they've shifted against lefties as much as any team with this drastic shift. And it's a lot.
Changeup fouled off 2-2.
2-2, the play of Austin Riley. Brian Sticker in the front office feel a little bit more comfortable with Riley moving around.
Yeah, listen, you don't put the third baseman over there unless you think he's got the athleticism and range to do that. And Brian Snicker gave him high praise and said, listen, I know we have Arenado in this league, but he's a Gold Glove caliber third baseman.
Dirt ball changeup 3-2.
For Ian Anderson, it's 3-2 on Dominic Smith. He goes back to the changeup on 3-2.
He shook the throw it.
And Smith whoops it. What a play by Freeman.
Nice Gold Glove jump by Freddie there, robbing Dominic Smith of a double.
James Mccann can play half the defense that Freddie Freeman does. He'll be pretty good. Did that on Monday in his first start at first base.
He's able to limit it to the James Mccann solo shot. Hopefully he can get it right back.
An F-150 isn't an F-150 because of the name on the tailgate. It's an F-150 because it's
Yeah. That's usually Ian Anderson's thing. If you don't get him early, you're not going to get him. So hopefully he can just settle in.
Well, going forward, he needs to improve if he wants to be in the same conversation with those players. Is his tact.
Right.
So not the greatest start, but
Second inning, Jenna Laird gets in on the action. An absolute rope deep to center field. And the reserve-
I don't know how James Mccann got on top of that. But good by him. I really don't. But
What's a head coach to think here when her ace is on the road, 1 win away from Oklahoma City, but things are going not well?
Well, there's a lot of game left. And James Madison has
go Braves, go Braves, go Braves. Let's put up a crooked number. Although Taiwan Walker has had a resurgence. I wish
for James Madison. So right now,
I wish the resurgence was with Seattle and not necessarily the Mets, but at least we got the no-hitter monkey off the bat. So hopefully we can just.
Is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring.
But it seems like each pitcher is going with that high cheddar early and mostly to effectiveness, except James McCann's homer.
And when he's been hotter in the Braves lineup then.
Here we go. Austin
And they'll play her
started up, but started up
He'll lead off the second.
inside.
Take one inside.
The evolution of Austin Riley's plate discipline and power and those kind of marrying is absolutely amazing. And
And he hooks one into left field for a base hit.
base hit. I don't know if we'll try it. Nope. Deep turn. Deep turn. Leadoff single. Let's make this count, guys. Make this count. Austin Riley, the on-base machine, continues.
Well, today's telecast is sponsored by the all-new 2020.
Move him around. Move him around.
This one can only be called F-150.
He was able to stay on that slider nicely.
Above. So the Hawks take a 2-1 series lead on the New York Knicks with a win last night. And Ian Anderson, maybe his allegiances are pretty locked in, even though he's a New York native. Kevin Herter's a good buddy of his.
Oh, D, let that hit you.
Guard, of course, Ian Anderson from Rexford, New York. His
I think that was a slider.
Was Tom Herter, who is the dad of Ian's eventual high school teammate, Kevin Herter, who often gets a lot of tough defense.
Come on, D. Come on, D.
Against the team, very good 3-and-D guy for the Hawks, who have a 2-1. Here's Swanson.
Whew, that inside fastball. That's usually Swanson's nitro zone, but he was able to get it past him 1-1.
And catching Ian was his twin brother, Ben. He was in the Ranger system, right? In the Ranger system, yeah. That's a good high school team. Wow, that's a lot of talent you're producing in multiple sports right there. There's a 1-1 to Swanson. 1-2.
Painted. Fastball low in the zone. Yes, he might have been looking for the slider there, but that was great location by Walker, unfortunately. Swanson's been able to cut down on the Ks of late. He's got about 55, I think, or something this year, which is a lot much. Good take. Close fastball up and away.
First round surprised a lot of people. He was 17 years old. And that was the first year he was really pitching as a senior in high school.
Move him around, D. Good two-strike approach here, kid.
2-2. Swanson hits one hard towards
Go.
the
Yeah. Fly out to Smith on a slider. Just got out in front of it.
Super 6 has you covered all Major League Baseball season long. We got the Super 6 late innings contest. Our producer Pete Francesco will make sure that I know.
Move him around. Come on, in here.
Anytime before the start of the 7 tonight.
Ed here just it needs to be Ed here and not try to be Ozuna. Do his thing.
One-on-one out for Ede Adrianza, who has had some fun moments, to say the least, for the Braves this year.
Come on, in here. Move him around, bud.
That game back on May 8th, earlier this month, that blast of a game, that 12-inning game at Truist Park, back and forth.
Swung and missed on a two-seamer.
Winning in the 12th, Adrianza was the one who had the final RBI in what was probably the best win of the season for the Braves this year. And strikeoff rate. It's low and in.
Low and in on that one.
I was mentioning that, and he's going to get a little bit of a run here. Ryan Snicker saying they want to leave Austin Riley right where he is at third base. I want to be about putting him in left field. So Adrianza, who has played every position on the field except the catcher in his career.
Come on, here. You got this, bud. 94 stood him up, 1-2. He's got a crackling fastball just like Ian tonight. It's working, unfortunately.
As he deals with a hamstring issue. Ozuna's going to be out for about 6 weeks. Dislocated 2 fingers on his left hand, unfortunately. They're obviously without Trent.
1-2, 1 out, run at first.
He's got that torn ligament in the thumb, had surgery earlier this month. Alex Jackson's going to back the catcher. He's hurt too. 1-2.
Fouled back a fastball.
Hand issues suddenly the Braves are having. Oscar Yanoa obviously had that bad outing against the Brewers and punched the bench and dugout. This is what happened to Osuna the other day. You see immediately Nate Devers reacting the way he did. 1-2.
90-mile-an-hour slider. Back to 2-2 count.
His hard-hitting Atlanta lineup. Obviously, they've got some depth, but Ozuna was the league leader in homers and RBIs last year. Average wasn't very high, but his power numbers were good.
No doubt. You know, he was starting to heat up a little bit, but he changes the lineup and he's in the middle. The lineup just doesn't look nearly as deep without that big bat.
No, it doesn't, but
Big bat here from Adrianza.
fouls up off another fireball fastball. Good at bat, good battle. See if he can keep reeling him in and get a fat one and do something with it.
Contreras, the Braves catcher, in for Garneau and Jackson. Walker only 33 pitches his last outing against these Braves before he had to leave with that issue on his left side. His 31st of the night tonight.
Jeez, that fireball fastball. Third strikeout. All three on the high heat.
Taiwan Walker was the youngest established starting pitcher on the free agent market.
Dang it, can you go back to Seattle, Taiwan?
The Mets was not without risk. Walker threw only 14 innings combined in 18 and 19. First he had Tommy John surgery, then a strained shoulder capsule. And then after
Come on, Willie. Come on, Willie.
He goes to the Mariners on a one-year deal, gets traded to the Blue Jays, still only throws 53 1/3 innings in a shortened season.
Jeez, he's dotting that fastball right now.
That hasn't really built up. So that injury he just suffered, the left side tightness that kept him out 10 days, might be a little bit of a blessing in disguise because he's going to need breathers throughout the season.
Came in with 44 innings tossed, and now his last start 12 days ago. Dealing with Contreras here.
Down two-seamer 1-1. Nice take, actually, by Willie C. there.
He's a guy the manager goes to. He'll quickly become one of the team leaders here in New York.
Here's a 1-1 to Contreras. It's foul.
Inside fastball, again, 1-1. He's just dotting that fastball right now.
And the shoulder issues. Didn't want to sit around in the dugout, so he essentially became the guy that those young Seattle Mariners players went to get some advice, get some guidance.
Willie C. chasing that high one, but able to foul that one off.
He's got Jacob DeGrom. He's got Marcus Stroman, who he said helped him a lot over the last 10 days or so in engaging his core a little bit more. That left side tightness might break that down a little bit later. He's now become more of a student again, while still being a leader for Luis Rojas. What a dynamic for Walker.
Dirt ball.
Yeah, he said there's nobody
Low fastball.
So he found
2-2, 2 outs.
This at bat is a good example to me of why Walker's become a better pitcher. You see a lot of fastballs, but they're different fastballs. The four-seamer up is generally going to be a strikeout pitch, but he's run those sinkers in on Contreras a couple of times in this at bat.
Sixth pitch of this at bat to William Contreras. He fouls it away at 97.
Fouled off a 97.
That's your put-away pitch, that four-seam fastball. You can see that extra gear hitting 97 there.
Most of Walker's strikeouts this year have been on the fastball. 28 of his 41 coming in were on that type of pitch.
He's kind of set up to use that sinker in if he wants.
2-2. Little arm side run.
Jonathan VR with the Superman stab on a insane line drive by Willie C. I don't know if Riley scores on that, but that would have been interesting. Words. Jeez. That's the old producer, not a director, Troy Gloss. How many times this year are we going to smoke a ball and there's going to be a big glove in the field? Good night, me. Jeez. Man, I think Willie C might have hit that too hard for Austin Riley to score, but if that gets 5 VR, it's definitely darn interesting. Good job, VR, but dang you. Ah. All right, Ian, put up a 0. Put up a 0. Good at bat by Willie C, just not rewarded there.
Yeah, just phone it in.
I feel like there's been a big love for us the entire season.
Lowest field goal percentage through the first 2 games.
Outside corner.
We're still putting up pretty darn good at bats. I know we have 2 hits, and that one on Willie C. Jonathan VR, just no matter where he goes, he seems to sting us one way or the other.
Well, other than Odyssey Alexander yesterday, I don't know that anybody felt better than Emily Phillips did. She came on as the 5th batter of the 7th inning, and an RBI single to score Alexander and get the first run of the game on the board.
Oh, it's all right. It's only the bottom of the second. We got a lot of time, but geez, if I had $1 for as many robberies we've had against us, I'd be a really rich person right now.
Marlowe's can create new jobs for people like James and Lacey and me.
But it has the feeling of
if the Heat are able to pull off one game, the Bucks in 5 is plus 200.
it feels like it's gonna be another one of those nail biting close type of games. It has that feeling.
Sparkling play by Jonathan VR to close out the top of the second.
Thomas Nito fouled back.
Tomas Nito leading things off and fouling one away against Ian Anderson. Freeman made a great play to Rob Smith to end the first. And VR able to rob Contreras. Check down to first. Chad Whitson says no swing, and the count even on Tomas Nito.
1-1 on a changeup, check swing.
A 1-1. Nito lays off.
Fireball, fastball, really good pitch. Didn't get the call.
Good at bats. He's got 3 home runs this year, the same amount as Francisco Lindor. He's been swinging a lot more over the last couple of weeks and making some contact. Fouls that one off.
Inside fastball, 2-2, fouled off. That's his curveball hasn't landed necessarily yet, so we'll see.
He's got through everything until he got the changeup. Here it comes.
And he got Nito to wave through it and miss.
Strikeout on Nito.
And here's why it's so difficult to hit.
On that disappearing spicy changeup, as Tom Gladwin likes to call it.
Basically thrown the same way. Curveball is going to get on the side of the baseball, but his spin rate is low for a 4-seam fastball, so it's closer to spin rate to the change. And the spin axis, I know I'm throwing some numbers at you here in physics, but when a hitter sees the ball spinning the same way, you can't differentiate between fastball and changeup.
There's the curveball to start off Billy McKinney.
So the
Curveball.
4-seam fastball.
Get ahead, curveball.
Over end, north south spin. And his changeup has the same spin direction. So to a hitter, it looks exactly the same. It just doesn't get there as quickly.
McKinney pulls back.
Back-to-back curveballs. Showed bunt there.
Billy McKinney made his Mets debut the other day against Colorado. After playing for the Brewers earlier this season. Another addition in a bereft Mets outfield as they deal with injury.
A bereft, the word of the day. I know people are like, there's a lot of no names in this Mets lineup, but I think they're going with the mentality of why not us? It is working right now. 2-1 on a ugly changeup by Ian there. It just didn't do anything. 94-mile-an-hour fastball, blown by.
If you broke it down analytically, you'd see that it doesn't move a whole lot, right? It is in the bottom percentiles of movement in terms of vertical and horizontal, but look where it winds up. Since he got to the big leagues, hitters hitting just 113.
Woo! Change up. Another one. 4 strikeout.
And somewhere in that range, that changeup is going to fall, and he's getting strikeouts with it.
And this was the changeup to Nito, and he loves, by the way, throwing it to this side of the plate.
Let's just hope that Ian doesn't get DeGrom, as it were. But we've put up some really good at-bats on Taiwan. It just hasn't come to fruition yet.
Was it Peraza will take a strike on Peru?
Peraza, the former ballyhooed Braves prospect that was dealt in the Alex Wood, Hector Oliveira deal. And the only positive thing we got out of that kind of is Grant Dayton, who's had a 3 ERA since he's been in our bullpen in the various years. But that was kind of a dud from everybody's perspective, except maybe Alex Woods, because he did get a soft single right in front of Heredia, kind of broke back, but off the end of the bat, really didn't have any chance. Again, there you go with the soft contact junk.
This has been a historically bad start to his Mets tenure. He is over
Cameron Maben, the former Brave in the 2015 rebuild years, and he is
Ryan McCann made a really good diving play on a hard hit ball. Brendan Rodgers off a deflection was able to get it out on a fielder's choice, preventing a run from scoring. I mean, those are 2 plays that easily could have
first changeup, get him ahead, 0-1.
Time Charlie Smith for the longest hitless streak to begin a Mets tenure.
History on the line. Charlie Smith, by the way, 2 years before this, 60-40, but over 26 with the Mets. He started 0 for 26 with the White Sox.
Ian and William don't seem on the same page yet today. They're shaky off a little bit more than we've seen. 0-2 on another beautiful changeup.
Casey Stengel played for Casey Stengel. Led the 64 Mets in home runs with 20.
That was the best year of his career for Charlie Smith.
And it was a Mets record for third baseman all the way up until Howard Johnson.
In the 80s. So maybe some brighter days for Cameron Maben, who swings hard and fouls off.
High fastball, fouled off. Nice little change to the eye level pitch there.
Tonight, as you said, the most banged up position in the Mets lineup. No Brandon Nimmo, no Kevin Pillar after he was hit with that Jacob Webb fastball when these 2 teams last met. Albert Almora out, and Janesh Fargas just went to the IL. That was blocked by Contreras on a bouncer.
Nice block by Contreras. On a bouncy curveball there. He can't find that one yet. He can't find the feeling or the release point rather on that one.
There's something about the center field position for the New York Mets.
Kevin Pillar can't buy a break right now. He's dealing with multiple nasal fractures. 1-2.
Mistake changeup, kind of got away with that one.
Usually, the changeups get hit for home run. Usually, it's a contact pitch, but when you leave a changeup up, you're inviting a home run.
Yeah, that was a mistake he got away with. Why can't Charlie Morton get away with? I mean, not Charlie Morton, Drew Smiley getting away with any of those, but hit by a pitch on a high inside fastball. We've seen too many high inside fastballs, but it looks like Ian can't get the grip. So 2 outs First and second.
Last night as the ball came up and in. Now it just got him on the elbow and made it as a board.
I'm one of the few guys that doesn't wear one of those guards on the elbow.
That did not feel good, and the cold hit the funny bone, and it ain't funny. That was. I don't think he can get a grip right now. He's blowing in his hand a lot. Maybe that's an effect there.
It's a very long list. They have 16 players, 17 on the.
We know that they're injured and all that stuff, but they're still winning ball games, and that's the most important thing for them. So you gotta, for us, we've got to kind of take advantage. I mean, pitching. I'm just gonna keep saying it. First and second, 2 outs for Taiwan Walker.
You see the look is shifting a little bit because of all the injuries.
Taiwan Walker pitcher, and you know how that goes usually for the Braves, so we're going to hold our breath on that.
We weren't going to be able to show that to you because it would take too much time. That's how long of an injured list Mets have right now. Conforto and McNeil both with hamstring injuries that have continued to linger. It's been rough. At the Mets lead, and here is Taiwan Walker.
First pitch fastball. Get ahead.
This season. 12 strikeouts. Does have a sacrifice.
Well, he really aggravated that side that put him on the IL, swinging the bat, and we weren't sure whether he was going to swing in this game tonight.
Right.
And it looks like he's not.
He's showing butt now.
Fastball.
Walker does have a home
off the outside there.
He's actually against the Braves.
Come on.
Mike Fultonevich, former Atlanta Brave.
Come on, bud. 2-1. Come on now. Come on. Just.
And we've seen him square twice.
Come on, Ian. Put him in there.
Alerted me that the possibility is you're not swinging the bat. And he's still playing deep.
Yep. Well,
pour it in there, E.
Upstairs. And it's 3-1 on Taiwan Walker.
Oh, 3-1 on the pitcher with 2 outs, first and second. He really does not have a grip on anything right now at the moment. It's not good. Not good. Not good. All the way back, E.
Force Anderson to throw a strike and go another pitch without having to take a swing. 3-1. Take it all the way.
95 right down the pipe. Do it again. Do it again. He's not going to swing with the side injury. Got him. You would think he's not going to swing anyway. But,
runners can move on this 3-2. Walker squaring the punt.
Oh, that was a Shaq in the Fool moment. How do you walk a pitcher that's not going to swing? Yikes, Bay. Yikes me. Phew. Wow. Yikes, Bay. He keeps blowing. Keeps blowing into his hand, which means he's not getting the grip on anything. Bases loaded. 2 outs for Jonathan VR. Man. Granted, hopefully you have the magic sauce for Ian to lock back in. Come on, E.
A pitcher up there who couldn't swing, and Ian Anderson, who has really good control, could not throw him a strike.
Come on, E. Find a way.
Good with the bats juice this year. And here is VR, who struck out his first time. Anderson misses low.
That's the one thing with Ian. The walks can get can get there.
Major League Baseball with 9 walks with the bases loaded. They had
1-0 on a changeup. Please get yourself out, VR. Please. He can't find the zone whatsoever. 2 changeups, dirt ball. 2 changeups, dirt. When you lose it, I guess you really lose. Come on. Come on, Ian. Dig deep. 95 fastball. Found the zone. I think he cannot. I'm not giving him excuses, but he keeps blowing to his hand. Come on, E. Dig deep. Close fastball. Tried to get it. It wasn't a strike. 3-1. If he doesn't throw a strike, it is 2-0 Mets. This is going badly quickly.
I'm not a big fan of it with a runner on third base. A 3-1 to VR. And a drive to right field. Acuna back at the track.
Yes. Woo! I thought we had a Mets grand slam, but Acuna just had enough room and got away with one there, boys. Got away with one. Phew, I think that was a high changeup. That could have gone out for the same price. I'm really, really glad it didn't. Somehow we're still only down 1-0. Whew! That got a little hairy. That got really, really hairy. Really hairy. Whew, okay. All right. Get that run back. Get that run back. Come on.
More than 2 months since they ended up on the losing end of things. Three unseeded teams in the bracket at this point. See Virginia Tech, UCLA later on tonight. 9:30 Eastern first pitch from Los Angeles. And Georgia has already moved on to its series.
Well, this is a good thing our bullpen is rested because Ian is struggling with the old command right now. And 49, almost 50 pitches through 2. If he can grind through 5, we'll probably be happy with that. We'll just hope to give him a couple of runs to play with, because I think that was a hanging changeup, and he got super, super lucky with that. But sometimes better be lucky than good. And I thought VR hit that better than James Mccann, so I guess he hit it too high, as the Major League, as the great Bob Uecker said in Major League. I believe Bob Uecker said that.
So when Noah saved up to surprise his mom, he won. Find new roads at your local shop.
We've seen Ian gut through things, so we'll just see how it goes. We've got Yates, Heredia, Anderson, and Acuna coming up in the third. We've had 2 leadoff singles to start, but nothing has come of it so far.
Yeah, I wonder if it wasn't weather like tonight, and we had normal Memorial Day weekend weather, if that ball ends up being a grand slam off the bat shot with the VR and the right.
You know, sometimes in this ballpark it's hard to tell field level, but you can see.
I thought the James McCann one wasn't, the homer wasn't his hit as well. I think he hit that one more under radar.
Boy, this was solid. Well, pitcher and hitter thought, there's a chance it was going to go.
No, 52 pitches through 2 is not the recipe for success. But
For us to say, that's out of here. Not so fast.
We've seen Ian grind through it, so hopefully we can get him a couple. GH on. Come on, GH, get it started, bud. Get it started.
Ronald Acuna Jr. has a very good rating in the show. He will bat in this inning.
Come on, G. Come on, G.
Guillermo Heredia, the rare right-handed batting, left-handed throwing position player. He's had some good games this season, hitting a near 300 clip in his duty.
You have not given us that pitch all night long, and Ian's put that there 4 times.
Walker worked not as much as Anderson has had to, but 10 pitches fouled off through 2 innings by the Braves.
Slider gift call
Walker will throw his
there.
30th of the night in his return.
Come on, G. Same pitch. I kind of had to swing on that one because I was afraid it was going to get called quickly 0-2.
Right there. Most of the foul balls that come on this fastball up in the zone. See that little dot there?
Quickly 0-2. That was a good slider, but it was probably ball 2. But since he got a gift and then a high fastball, fouled back. Our 11th foul back. 41 pitches. Kind of making them work, but just no rewards yet.
Goes to home plate as opposed to the arm side, and he's gotten more tilt out of it that way. It's so specific in how they can tailor their pitches now to help with slow, high-speed cameras.
Slider down and away. Didn't chase that time.
Weight the other way. Now the spin changes. Now the movement changes.
Exactly. How do you position the ball in your hand? Where the seam.
Come on, G.
Pressure.
Back.
Overthrew that one. Staying away from his fastball right here against Heredia.
Back to back. Pulled sliders.
Will bat next. So 2-2 from Walker. Hard hit down the line. Into the corner foul.
Maybe that's why he stayed away from it.
Nice proof right there.
Yeah, that's a real good sign for Heredia being up to the fastball. Really hadn't seen one and was on time. Slightly out.
Torched that foul again. Hard hit foul. Shocker.
30-year-old Cuban defector, former Met. He was actually with the Pirates
Shocker.
last season. A couple of home runs for the Mets.
Maybe we should just
last year.
try to hit the ball as soft as possible.
February after Kevin Pillar was signed by the Mets, and the Braves claimed him.
Got beat on the 96 after the near double. I've just started doing streams. Connie. This is only my second one, and I'm gonna try to do them every.
Both did it in their first 2 starts. Tion at 64, which seems to be a popular number tonight.
You did not give that pitch to Ian Anderson. The zone seems to be opening up a bit.
Anderson's trying to do
But
something that's never been done before, or at least not the last half century or
yeah, this is only my second stream, and I'm gonna try to do them once a week. Every week, once a week, yeah. So, well, I think you're gonna get a low-scoring game. Hopefully, Ian Anderson calms down a bit. I don't know if he can get the grip on the ball necessarily. Right now, he's blowing in his hand a lot, but not giving him an excuse. He's not pitched great, but still only giving up 1 run. So.
I'm going to try a really good nugget you just had on the air. Just watch Fernando Tatis Jr. Padres down their final out. He hits it out of the stadium against Ryan.
Come on, Ronnie. Come on, Ronnie. Let's have a two-out rally. 2-out rally.
Oh, my goodness. First place Padres. Odorizzi was in control today. You thought that they were doing a good job, the Astros against Darvish.
They made him work.
Back to the top of Acuna.
Inside fastball dotted.
That is an impressive shot from Tatis. He and Acuna both battling near the top of the NL home run charts. 15 of them for Acuna this year, lead the National League. 1-1.
Inside high fastball, 1-1.
Some of these young players, a shame. I mean, Acuna, Soto, Tatis.
Dirt ball slider. He's overthrown his slider a little bit this inning, but nothing has gotten him hurt so far. That, by the way, that's a pretty salty fantasy team having Taiwan and Ian Anderson 3-1 on the inside fastball.
There's an example. This is just a sliver of some of the players that we're talking about.
You just look at those ages. I mean, the game's not that easy. These guys are really a very difficult hitting environment. Hit the ground running.
Acuna patient right now.
Ugh, slider that just nipped the inside corner. Kind of got a call there. It was a strike, but he missed the spot by a lot. 3-2 again for Ronnie.
Walker looking for one here. And with the changeup, he's got it.
Perfect pitch to freeze Acuna. His 5th strikeout, I think. Walker, can you go back to Seattle? Dang it. 1-0. We head to the bottom of 4th.
3 home runs today. Only 0 for 1 with a strikeout as Humphrey continues to work.
I didn't realize James Madison had a good softball team, but they are getting smashed by Missouri right now, 7-0, as I try to avoid the commercial.
3 hours before first pitch today, ready to tailgate at this place, the biggest crowd has ever had yesterday, and it just continues to grow. It's just, once you get a taste of it, you only want more. You can't turn away because it's so good.
It just truly brings tears to my eyes, and I know a lot of people watching, a lot of people here.
Okay, so let's see.
Just the quality of the game, the quality of the players, the quality of the coaches. It's been so fun to be a part of that.
In the middle of the infield, Jubas calls off Niotis to retire Bailey.
What? What in the world? Did I miss something?
Number 9 hitter Abby George reached on error in the second. Ozzy Alexander started this game and allowed 6 runs, only 1 of those were earned. And the growth of women's sports overall has just been
good.
this spring.
Ozuna may have just gotten arrested for domestic violence. Oh, what else could go wrong? Seriously. I don't know if it's true. Something's popping up on Twitter. I don't know if it's true or not, but one in.
Let's see if Lindor can turn things around. Still mired in this 1 for 18 stretch.
Strike to begin the at bat against Lindor.
This is going to sound strange, but a good sign for Lindor for me was if he fouls off a fastball over the Braves dugout. Really stay back.
Oh, nice. Kind of bumped himself aboard with all that wide open space on the left side, moving Austin by there.
Feels like that dark cloud that I've been talking about. That feels continuing.
Yeah, going back to last year, you started to see more soft stuff, off-speed breaking pitches. And the word gets around quickly. That's what's happened this year. That's why I say something off to the left.
I don't know the entire story. I remember that.
That one to the left side, the readjusted defense with 2 strikes.
Ground out to Swanson.
This year with Lindor, he's these are all pitches where he's out front. How can you tell? Watch how he sinks it to his legs and the top hand comes off.
Ground out to Swanson to start. Yeah, the soap dish thing. Yeah. Oh, what else could be? I don't want to say what else because it's just gonna keep happening. But good Lord, we can't. The ghost of 500, Freddie Freeman not being under contract for until after this year. Like I don't. Bleh.
He's the guy who keeps the back foot on the back line of the batter's box.
Favorite modern player is Freddie Freeman. Favorite all-time player is Chipper Jones.
Players move their back foot in the box. They're just creatures of habit.
And that the.
James Mccann homered his first at bat. Rockets one to center. This time it's off the glove of Heredia. Mccann will get into second. He's going to come for three. He's safe.
A misplay by Heredia in the outfield, off his glove, and James Mccann triple. I'm not sure what happened there.
I don't know whether this ball fooled Heredia because it looked like I thought he had a beat on it.
Yeah, he did have a beat on it, and then it started drifting.
I think he would tell you he should catch this baseball based on the route he's taking here. Yeah, I think he should have caught that. Yeah, probably he scored a 3-base hit, but
Then he bobbled it to make it worse to let James Mccann catcher get to third. So, oh joy!
extra 90 feet is huge. Now it brings the infield in for Atlanta.
I feel like when we play the Mets, 1 run seems like 5, and now the infield's in for Dominic Smith. That's
And a third infield in.
hello. That dark cloud just seems to continually following us.
In the first, Freddie Freeman had a nice leaping play. And that prevented potential extra bases. Speaking of which, as of now, it's a double and an error
Yeah,
on that last play. So McCann does get a hit.
1-1 on Smith.
A 1-1.
Outside fastball, 2-1.
A rare error for Atlanta, too. They've actually been a very solid defensive team all season long. Brady, that's his first error of the year.
A double and an error.
That's what we're being told for now.
Yeah, because he dropped the ball to allow McCann to get to third on when he grabbed it. Nasty change up there. Got him back in the count 2-2. A strikeout would be massive here.
Horizontal movement. So Smith has seen the fastball in and the changeup away. Going back in.
Thank you. I love this hat.
Smith hits it hard and foul.
Thanks for the subscribe. It still doesn't feel real that 1,000 subscribers happened, and continuing to do it is amazing. So thank you so much.
Time called.
Yeah, now it's just the old 4,000 watch hours. So that's why I've started doing these streams. Not only are they fun, but hopefully they help build up the watch hours. RBI single by Smith, just poked it past the drawn-in infield. 2-0, which feels like 8-0.
You saw that on the foul ball. Dominic Smith is just trying to make contact, get that runner in for third base.
Words.
Talk about how he shortened up, did it again.
Not a bad pitch. Change up away.
Broke his bat.
Broken bat turned to gold, so I guess the goal is hit it as soft as possible.
He's been good all season with runners in scoring position. You know, the power hasn't been there as much for Dom. He's delivered often, and he delivers.
Yeah, I do have a Braves Anatomy Facebook page. All right, so roll it and
That's the same pitch you swung. Strike 3.
yeah, I do have a Braves Anatomy Facebook page. I don't.
Man, watch it. He thinks he's got it. He's on it. It's not there yet.
I'm not as consistent as I would like to be posting there, but yes, I do have a Facebook page.
Curveball, not a ton of movement as you talked about, Tom. Low spin curveball.
Oh boy! All right, limited. That's it.
For a guy who came up known for his defense, went through a wholesale swing change 2 years ago. You see him get more into a crouch.
I would have tried. I think I would have tried that higher fastball on Dominic Smith because he got him to swing and miss on the low changeup, and then went back to it. Maybe went back to the well too much, especially with the infield in there. But obviously, hindsight's 2020. But it doesn't seem like
1-2.
Willie C. and Ian Anderson have been on the same page as much. Today, a lot of shakes and a lot of unsure, and the wind and cold may be affecting Ian's changeup and bringing stuff a little more. But I don't know exactly. Also, he's just not got a high fastball by Nito, 5 punch outs, 5 punchies, so that's good.
I've seen so many of those change-ups. Now he goes upstairs and changes the eye level.
Sorry, I'm just checking Twitter to
next time. I'll bring up Billy McKinney. 26-year-old from Dallas. He'll take a strike on the outer edge.
Got a call on a changeup on that one, a little off the outside.
Mets had to get rid of Pedro Quintana, who was a good prospect for them in their system, but they needed to get some outfield help, so they traded.
Man, Zuna, I love you, or I loved you. If this news is legit, this is.
Another guy who could possibly play center field if he played
outside changeup, 1-1 to Billy McKinney.
He's very versatile in the outfield, which is obviously something any team dealing with injuries needs. A really good defender. I mean, he's already made some great catches both here in Milwaukee. And you watch his setup in the box, if it reminds you of Josh Hamilton, there's a reason for that. We mentioned Dallas, didn't we? Goes the other way. And then charging in.
Fly out to limit the damage to 1, but again, with the Mets pitching, it feels like 8. But we gotta just keep fighting. We've got Freddie, Ozzie, and Riley coming up, so hopefully we can put a crooked number up and have some good news. Because right now it seems to be few and far between.
Investment strategies to help you get back to crafting dreams and building.
Sports just doesn't like us this year, I don't think. I mean, one thing, if it's not one thing, it's another, and I'm not trying to be poor us or all that, but geez. I'm a Charlotte Hornets fan, so no, I don't really follow the Hawks. I appreciate them as a team and what they put together, and I love watching Trey, but I am a Charlotte Hornets fan all the way. So well, my last live was a lot more fun. We'd scored, I think, by now like 11 runs. So hopefully those vibes start somewhere somehow. Yeah, I did. I am totally a QC lover. Like I said, I do appreciate the Hawks and their team and what they've put together, and what Nate McMillan's done is amazing. But it's 100%. It's 100% the Hornets and LaMelo Ball and all that. Still trying to see if Ozuna news popped.
Great stuff from Sophia Chang and our fantastic partnership with Tops Project 70. All part of Baseball Night in America. Into the middle innings at Citi Field. And it's Freeman, Albies, and Riley.
Freeman takes a pitch on
Throws pitch number 57 of his night. Slightly elevated in terms of efficiency, but
94 dotted fastball. Geez, Taiwan Walker is on point again tonight.
0-2 on Freeman. And late on that fastball upstairs.
Freeman does not look good on the high fastball on Taiwan Walker, but he's dotting. He is dotting, and that is very, very unfortunate.
7-2, only in the fourth. Adam Tom. Let's go back to
Whew. Yeah, LaMelo is super, super fun to watch.
Donnie Barrels. They missed his bat in the lineup in the early part of the season, but the Giants a little healthier and continuing to play very well. A very tight top of the National League West. Giants one of the surprises this season in Major League Baseball. 1-0 to Albies. Waiting inside.
94 fastball makes Ozzy move his feet. 2-0 count, but a nice purpose pitch for Walker, unfortunately.
Fastball in, skip rope.
Deftly moving Ozzy Albies. Waits for a 2-0. And foul tips it.
That changeup. Can't ever stay back on that changeup. That's the equalizing pitch that's coming back. 2-1 on Oz.
Albies equally impressive at his best from both sides of the plate. He's already had a game this year where he's homered from both sides. Back those last
94 down, 3-1 count.
The 3-1. And Albies will take outside. Or was it a strike?
That was not even close to a strike. 1 out walk. Hi.
That's right, Gio Urshela the other day.
J-Dub, did you hear the news about Ozuna? Just got arrested for domestic violence. Can it get any more maddeningly sad and ugly for the Braves right now? I don't know. 1 out walk for Riley.
He sold it well.
0-1.
The difference for Austin this month has been his ability to hit with power to the opposite field. Way too many ground balls to third in April. A lot of extra base hits to center, right center in May.
That was
a good swing.
Yeah, it does. That was a great swing by Riley, but fouled it back quickly. 0-2. Taiwan's done a nice job of attacking with that fastball and really hasn't gotten away with any of. He really hasn't made too many mistakes to this point so far.
Riley man in the same position for
I don't know what we do now. I mean, do you avoid the contract? Because I don't think we want that in our clubhouse. I mean, being a good human is beyond whatever, if you're great at baseball or not. Ugh. Double play into the shift by Riley. Still 2-0. This is kind of not fun. I mean, it's the old, what else could go wrong right now? We're still going to keep fighting, obviously, and now we have to field those questions, so that's even extra not fun, but just gotta hopefully focus and yeah, counseling. I don't know. This just puts our team in a ugly position that selfish, being a bad human and putting our team in this and where we're not playing well either. So it's just kind of some extra. We're not playing to the level that we thought we would, and all the other jazz that's gone on this year so far. And so it's not great.
Confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, joint pain, flushing or fever. These are not all.
But at least I got the Canes. They are going into the second round of the playoffs, so that's some exciting, positive, fun news.
They'd be eligible for this postseason before they finally got a resolution.
Passengers just having one of those days. Very confident. People would call it in the zone, just zoned in, relaxed, no wasted motion in her swing. You see her hit a home run.
Yeah, I would have preferred that the way this year is gone to go last year, because it would have just been 60 games. We could have thrown it out and just focused on this year right now, but it's kind of gone the polar opposite. Everything except us going to the World Series and everything of that nature went right, and it was so much fun. And now I don't know about this year. It's just gross.
Swings away to start the frame. First pitch out to Heredia. One pitch, one out.
Peraza, first pitch out, so that should help.
The best NASCAR season ever continues as the Cup Series returns to Charlotte for the Coca-Cola 600 at 6 Eastern.
People keep, Snicker, I haven't agreed with some of his stuff, but we just signed Snicker to a 3-year deal. So I don't, unless it just like completely falls apart, which I'm knocking on wood that doesn't happen, I don't see us making a change. I just don't see that happening. So I love Snicker, and I haven't agreed with some of his moves, no doubt. But frankly, you're only as good as the things that. Well, I don't know how much time we can keep saying it's early. I mean, it is, but it just seems like we can't get on a roll to save our soul, and that's the disheartening, annoying part about it. I mean, obviously, I think if we didn't play the Blue Jays, we would be in a much better spot. But we have, and we've played other teams very, very well, but it's. I don't know. I mean, a 3-year deal for Snicker, I don't think they'll just be like, no. And I don't think we've lost the locker room or any of that. I think it's just we're not playing up to our capabilities, and the hits just keep on coming, no pun intended. So I mean, it's just, if it ain't one thing, it's another. But
left side tightness. It's just about everything on the left side.
Yeah. Enjoy your dinner. Ian Anderson, 1, 2, 3, easy breezy. I think that was about a 6-pitch inning, which was much needed. And we need to start crossing that home plate thing. Because it's with the way the Mets pitching staff is, it gets late early quickly. And they're very good in low-scoring games, as we've seen. So,
Drivers who switch saved over $700. Saving is easy when you're in good hands. Allstate. Click or call to switch today.
Getting that perfect slice is satisfying.
oh, I will.
Rewarding too. But we don't
Yeah,
we do it for fresh. Slice to order.
yeah, cross the home base thing. That's it. That's a new saying. Yeah, the home plate. But just trying to keep it light here.
You like doing things in and around the water? Great. Go there. The all-new adventure-ready Bronco Sport.
DV.
Available go boats, built to go over any type of terrain.
At Fisher Investments, our clients know we have their backs.
Oh man,
Know that. Because as
this is
a
not.
fiduciary, it's our responsibility to
I know it's only 2-0, but and that coupled with the Ozuna news, not very fun.
We help clients
But
comfortable retirement.
still early 5th inning, so hopefully Taiwan breaks eventually.
Now's the time to ask your dermatologist about sky raising.
It happens every 4. Scratch that. 5 years. The greatest football tournament on earth. In Europe.
I cannot spell. Thank you. Oh, me. I cannot spell. That is why. Thank
The
you.
field begins to emerge for Oklahoma City.
Mom trying to stay out of the picture. I don't know if that worked, but she just brought me my dinner, so maybe it'll be the rally hamburger.
Between the Hokies and the Bruins.
Download MLB Rally app now. Restrictions apply. See official rules at MLB.com/rally. Lieutenant Dansby wants it to the plate.
Dansby?
To left field his first time up, riding a season-high 7-game hit streak. He's had 3 home runs in that stretch.
Rally fries and rally burger. Curveball got the call.
81 this season.
01.
So Adam, last year during the lockdown, did you pick up any hobbies?
Oh, piano?
Nice.
Sure.
I was fiddling with guitar. Yep, never really got better, but it was fun.
She launching Skies on.
Miss it.
Game is over. He knows how to navigate these typically with catcher's mouse off. This time is the first baseman. He dances to make the play.
Foul out by Dansby on a high slider.
Walker with one away here. Kenny, his role that much more important with the news of Noah Syndergaard this week. Obviously, it was great that DeGrom came back for the Mets, but the Syndergaard news was tough.
Syndergaard and Carlos Carrasco and Jordan Yamamoto. The Mets' injuries extend, to their rotation as well. Their top 4, Walker, DeGrom, Stroman.
Look, the injuries are there for the Mets, but they're still winning ball games, so
But with Carrasco,
I wish you would.
probably late June with that torn.
I understand that you have to continually talk about it, but
weeks after it was projected he'd come back from Tommy John surgery maybe in June at some point. The Mets are a little thin now in their rotation, and one more injury could force them into the trade market.
Be curious to see what Seth Lugo's role might be when he returns, also dealing with some injury issues. He's obviously been a long reliever. He's been a relief man. He's been a starter. He might have to play a couple of different
Quickly
roles.
0-2 on Adrianza.
Next one back early next week. They expect him back. Yeah, I mean, Walker, he just looks terrific. I mean, the slider today has been the difference maker. It's a much better pitch than it had been earlier in his career.
Missed his spot on the fastball, but quality enough to just foul it off.
The last few years, the Mets have had really good arms, and they've squandered it with very poor defense. Traditionally, the last few years, in the bottom pack and defensive runs saved and defensive efficiency, and now they're one of the top 5 defensive teams.
20 runs, scoring 20 runs is a lot more fun. It's only 2-0. It just feels like it's 9. Inside curveball.
That has taken place.
Skip the rope.
Singing the praises of a couple of his staff members, Jared Foss, who was in research and development and is now essentially an assistant coach. And then Ben Zosmer, who came over from the Dodgers, who obviously are a very analytics-heavy organization for several years now. They have played a huge role in adjusting the defense.
I can't remember a team that
Fouled off another fastball by Adrianza. I mean, we fouled off a bunch of pitches. It just hasn't resulted in anything fun or runs.
To me, when you talk about pitching, you have to talk about defense in the same breath. They go together. It really is married.
2-2.
Was talking about why it works so well, partly because they are having more analysts travel with the team, and they can.
There's haven't been a lot of mojo the whole season, but I mean,
in office back here in Queens, if you're on the road, making a connection.
3-2. Nice at bat by Adrianza, working it back from a 0-2 count. Let's see if we can pay it off with something good.
Much better handle on it. Let's face it, their personnel is better as well. Sure. Lindor at shortstop.
Nasty slider. His 7th strikeout. Taiwan Walker is being very annoying tonight.
It's how it's used, how it's applied, and how it's processed by the individuals that have to go out and execute. There's a lot of different layers to this information actually playing out into success than what you see on the field.
And Luis Rojas told us,
Willie C. trying to get find a hole. 92 fastball.
The Peraza double play in the last inning, right under Taiwan Walker in the glove that goes in.
Quickly, nothing in 2 on a fireball fastball.
0-2. Contreras was robbed of a base hit on that dynamite play by VR. That was a rocket. That would have been fair down the line.
8 strikeouts on a Powder River fastball.
My daughter, I believe our people can come together.
There's more beyond the reef. Start of something new.
Oh, me. Man.
This could be fun.
I want you to find your own greatness.
Grounded is short. Laird, Bailey, on the first for Robbie. 6-4-3 in the over.
Well, positive. I am enjoying my fries.
If Philly Garcia didn't have the fighting spirit to drive his ambition, he never would have left home for LA with only his car to sleep in. If he listened to those who rejected him, he never would have sold that car to pay for his dream. And if he lacked the will to improve his craft, he never would have made for himself.
Well,
some of these names in pro sports. That's the fighting spirit.
As annoying as it is, I've said it a couple times tonight. I mean, the Mets having as many injuries as they have and being where they are, you kind of have to tip your cap, even though you don't want to. Or I don't want to. It's just.
See? It's on.
Before, the rain would bring you down. Are you like now, right?
Before, you had to be awake to make a difference.
Before it can change the world, it has to change yours. The all-new, all-electric Volkswagen ID4.
Most station drivers who switched saved over $700.
Ray's Twitter is in the doldrums, as I am right now too. It's just.
Rising Crust is fresh baked deliciousness. There's a 5-star pizza for everyone in your family to love. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
Give us the Braves and the Mets on Sunday Night Baseball.
This telecast is copyrighted by the
It's just
NCAA.
really ugly.
Any other user.
The moment. And Jonathan VR just hit a solo blast. 3-0. Jeez, Marie.
VR missed a grand slam earlier to right. He did not miss to dead center. This was a no-doubter.
Dead central meatball fastball.
This ball was hammered. Couple of home runs tonight for the Mets.
And 3-0 shouldn't feel like 10-0, but it kind of does.
And gone deep off of Anderson. It's 3-0 with Lindor ahead of the count 2-0.
It really, really does.
San Diego, what a job they did building this team with more depth than they've had in past years. Who knew they'd have to rely on it as much as they have with VR has become a good everyday.
And now 2-0 on Lindor.
Big cut from Lindor, 2-1. The VR, some people thought that the money they paid him was about $3.5 million. It seemed like a lot for somebody who had
man.
VR had last year, but it has proven to be worth every cent so far. Lindor trying to get on base, punts it. Anderson can't feel it cleanly.
And now a bunt against the shift.
I love it. You're not swinging the bat well. It's the third time tonight VR and Lindor have tried to bunt with
at least my dinner's good.
The Braves honor the bunt possibility with no strikes, but with one strike, they move Swanson back. So they can see this as a base hit. All you have to do is get it down. So you're hitting a $185. Take the hit. I'm surprised the Braves didn't adjust because, as I said,
sorry for the catch up on the lip.
With one strike bunt attempts, this one worked.
It's been a rare hit and appearance for Lindor as of late. He is aboard, still nobody out in the fifth.
Kind of really only a couple of mistakes. The Heredia, he should have caught that one, and that kind of opened the door.
They did rule that last appearance in the third a double. They said the error on Heredia occurred at the wall.
It did.
It wasn't on the catch attempt that Heredia got hit with an error. It was the eventually came around to score on the Down Smith RBI.
Roll it. Get some outs, get some outs.
Now Sean Newcomb loosening up on 5 lefties in the Atlanta bullpen that they can turn to. All can get outs with some length. Anderson's pitch count getting a little higher here in the fifth. He bounces one.
Bounces a changeup. Good block by Contreras to keep.
Let's go back to the defense. Watch the infielders here. You see where Swanson is. They're conceding the bunt there. As long as Lindor gets the ball in fair territory with
Everybody loves the bunt base hit, and honestly, so do I. Except I really don't like it when it happens against us, obviously. But it's just smart ball.
You just got yourself a rally started.
We've seen guys do that in the past where they're struggling hitting. Right, let me try something to get on base.
All right, come on, E. Get out somehow, but
We haven't seen that go up as much trying to bunt against the shift as I thought maybe there would be, but
it's kind of industry standard. I'm not picking on the Braves here with one strike for the fielder to go back.
Exactly.
But it's a good play with no strikes.
And now against the shift, McCann.
oh, and then a shift that single by James Mccann, first and third, no outs.
Have reached the fence. Anderson continues to labor.
And Adam, I don't think that was an accident. I think they invited Mccann.
Oh my gosh. James Mccann coming into the game with a 197 batting average has been the thorn in the side of the Braves tonight. Just a great piece of hitting.
It's almost like a quarterback reading the defense. You're going to give me that and pitch me away? Okay, I'll take it.
Ian Anderson done after 4+, 3 runs, 7 hits, and the 2 Lindor and McCann, his responsibility. He just really didn't have it tonight. I don't know if it was the weather or just simply not executing, but it wasn't the best for Ian whatsoever. So first and third, bottom 5, already down 3-0. Not looking positive, guys. But we're gonna keep fighting as we always do. All you can do.
She thought that squirrel on your brand new flat screen TV was an actual squirrel.
Slow roller, first base side. A little bit of confusion there as Phillips and Nailkis get on the same page.
James Madison still down 7-0 in the softball super regional, so it looks like that one's going to a game 3 to see who gets the right to go to Oklahoma City.
Missouri with 89. Abby George in the starting lineup, number 9 hitter, is their only starter without a home run this year. Strike 1.
Well, when you're hitting that many home runs as a team, you know, there's no one on the team hitting 50 home runs, so it just shows.
Oh, man.
And we'd love it if you had a player that did that. And say, what are you doing pitching to her on the other side? But when you have a team that gets over that mark,
A little bit more on the waist.
90, 100, means you have home run hitters throughout your lineup.
George, a trickler, meets to Phillips with a stretch.
Oh, man. I think all of this weird, gross stuff on the field and off the field now would have been easier to take in a 60-game season just because of the wacky environment and all this stuff. And now it just seems to keep piling on, unfortunately, and it's not fun. But I mean, all the players can do is keep fighting, and having to probably face DeGrom tomorrow on national ESPN. That's not great either. But Sean Newcomb, lefty against Dom Smith, gets ahead with a fireball fastball, 1-0.
Scoreless outing against the Red Sox earlier this week. Ian, 7 hits allowed. That ties a career high for the still rookie considered by status in this league. Smith waves and misses. It's 0-2. Newcomb has been a very good strikeout pitcher.
0-2 quickly. We need a strikeout and we need to keep it here, especially with
Smith swinging through that one. He's looking for a pitch up in the air.
And he gets frozen.
Nice job.
Pitches to get Dom Smith. He's arguing
Easy breezy 1, 2, 3 strikeout
I
there.
can't believe it because Mccann didn't want this pitch in. That's a cutter, not designed to be front door cutter. But it was.
Missed his spot, but
Watch where the target is. Watch where the pitch is.
That's
the Taiwan's got that a couple of times. Big time out there.
Almost better place. Yeah, now we thought it went around the plate, but it got corner.
It just.
Reliever. Sean Newcomb gets the strikeout. A key one at that. Here is Tomas Nido, who has fanned twice.
Fireball, fastball. 1-0 on Thomas Nido. You need the hat trick from Thomas right now. It would be nice. Come on, Nuke. Nice block by Contreras, 2-0.
There's Taiwan Walker. Kenny mentioned it. The length is going to be important for Luis Rojas. The bullpen for the Mets has been sparkling. The day off, so to speak, yesterday with the postponement helps both teams get a little healthier in terms of their arm availability. This guy is nasty. Miguel Castro has been great. On the ground, good scoop from third by Riley. They'll get the force out at second base. But the run scores, and it's 4-0 Mets.
RBI ground out by Thomas Nido. Nice scoop by Riley.
To second base, lost the shot at the double play. I think would have had the double play with a good feed, but
I think Riley kind of got it caught in his glove a little bit. It was a weird scoop that he had to do, and then tossed it to Riley, or tossed it to Ozzy rather, and just the throw kind of pulled, so no chance for the double play there. You can't assume a double play, but if that's cleaner, then that's probably a double play off the soft-footed Thomas Nido, but not great there, not great. But 4-0 Mets. Put the ball in play, something good might happen. Fortunately, the Braves haven't put the ball in play too great tonight. Except the first 2 innings, we had leadoff singles and couldn't move them, and then the Willie C.
Rally starter, you did. Led to a run, right?
The Willie C. smash line drive.
Manufacturer, and this has been the name of the game. Obviously, they've hit 2 home runs tonight. But both been solo jobs. And really, the name of the game for the Mets this week has been pitching, defense, and some timely hits.
Mccann beats the shift going the other way with outside fastball.
Yeah, we do need to get going and get going quickly.
Riley allowed to force rather than a double play, but Nido puts the ball in play with the runner on third, less than 2 outs. Manufactured run.
0-2 to McKinney.
That was a nice snag by Riley. It almost out of him. Kind of got him out of reach, and then the throw kind of yanked him a bit. So.
They're going to be very attuned to the scouting report because they want to stay at the big league level. Small ball still exists in a big way in this game, even though it doesn't feel like it.
That was a pro paint job striking out Acuna. McKinney there. 2 strikeouts for Newcomb. Just couldn't get that double play to.
Unnoticeable until you turn them off. Just how big can you make a nav screen? Can you be civilized when leaving civilization?
No,
Question everything.
we need a mountain of sage at this point, or
Hyundai Tucson.
man.
It's nice to see the fans in Boston.
Think of what peanuts have given humanity. Fuel for vast migration.
All right, well, we're gonna go
Traditions and long journeys across
completely off the map here. At least the Dodgers and Padres have lived up to expectations, and that's gonna be super fun to watch. A team that's kind of surprised me, the Minnesota Twins, in the bad way. The Cubs have won 6 straight series, and it's kind of the lighter part of their schedule, but they're taking advantage. They are 28-22.
These are the lines and colors of history.
The Diamondbacks, we could be the Diamondbacks, I guess. They've lost 12 in a row. And I think if something like that happened with the Braves, I would probably mic drop and say I'm out for a little while just because I wouldn't know what to do or what to say. And I'm reaching that point with the Braves, even though somehow we're still only 1 game under. But it feels a lot worse and only 3.5 back again, or 2.5, but if this result holds, it'll be 3.5. But it just feels a lot worse than it is. But now with all of the extra stuff that has happened this year with the injuries, the no Freeman extension, all that jazz, it's not great. Miguel Castro in after a quality 5 from Taiwan Walker, 5 innings, shutout ball, 7 strikeouts. He was just absolutely disgusting. And now we get to face a flamethrower, 99-100, with a 90-mile-an-hour changeup. So, joy.
Takes a slider down and away.
I'm sorry, 8 strikeouts for Taiwan Walker. Jeez.
From the left side issue, first outing since May the 17th. 8 strikeouts, tying a season high for Taiwan Walker.
2-0 quickly on GH, Guillermo Heredia, so maybe a leadoff walk. Help us out.
Most of the strikeouts were on the fastball, challenge fastballs, and threw 65% strikes, going right after people with the fastball.
Just 85 pitches tonight.
97 dotted, 2-1. Castro is one of those that could be effectively wild at times.
Castro, the Dominican native.
And then the 85-mile-an-hour frisbee, right down the middle, but 2-2 quickly after a 2-0.
On that slider, he's got great horizontal movement, right-handed hitters especially.
2-2. It's fallen off foul. It's it for a season.
86-mile-an-hour slider fought off foul. We fouled a bunch of stuff off. It just hasn't resulted in anything positive. In the run column, we got 2 hits in the first 2 innings, but nothing since. We had a Ozzie Albies walk, but that was erased on a double play. So,
Castro got his first win of the year earlier this week against the Rockies. Their Tuesday win. Hard hit by Heredia.
hanging slider, double me.
On his way to second with a leadoff 6th-inning double. Good piece of hitting by Guillermo.
Good job by GH to stay on that slider.
For the Braves, Taiwan Walker had it shut down for the most part.
This is what you want from a free agent signing, guys. Taiwan Walker's second lowest ERA in Mets history through 9 starts with the team. He's at 1.84. The lowest, Al Leiter, 1.49 in his first 9 starts with the Mets.
Oh, great note from Penny right there. Wow. Impressive stuff from Walker.
Johan Camargo.
Hit in the pitcher spot here. Switch hitter will bat lefty against Castro.
That's the kind of free agent pitcher you want. 28 years old, right? And the game is so age dependent. And actually, you go back to early September of last year, DeGrom and Walker, two lowest ERAs. He's been good for a while.
Yeah.
Camargo trying to get off the season snide. Pinch hitting for Newcomb, who had a good appearance despite giving up that extra add-on run to
when Ozuna went down to the IL. Back up with the big club, as he's been a couple of times this year.
And that was the changeup right there at 92. The slider.
92 mile an hour changeup. Get around with that.
Fresh bullpen for Luis Rojas tonight. Got Castro, Familia, Diaz, all throwing the ball well.
92 mile an hour changeup. Yikes, Bay.
Exactly what Luis Rojas said. You got to go back to 2015 World Series year.
Camargo looking for his first hit of the year.
97 sinker.
For 13. So far with the big club.
Swung and missed. 1-1.
In an MLB game since May the 13th.
Come on, Johan, do a job, bud. Do a job. Somehow, please.
Castro home.
Good take. 2-1. Down and away fastball.
Camargo was a natural lefty growing up. It was his father that taught him how to throw with his right hand. And eventually, Camargo stopped throwing left-handed. Started to focus on becoming a switch hitter because he felt comfortable on both sides. Chops that one towards the right side. Tough play here by the Mets defense, but Lindor cuts off Peraza. His momentum takes him to the back.
A chopper.
On the third goes already.
Productive out, but interesting one against the shift. But Camargo runs with like rocks in his feet, so he's not very fast at all. But really good play by Lindor there. But a runner at third, less than 2 outs for Ronnie. So
he's still having a good time. It's a good attitude to have, considering some of the struggles. It's good to see.
Yeah, that won't change. Personality doesn't change. Unless the batting average changes. Right. That's a good sign to see.
Ronnie, this will be a 93 mile an hour changeup.
When you get into the bullpens, these are the matchups you get excited for. Because this is power on power.
Swung and missed dirt ball, but that was a sniper of a sinker. It just died. Or changeup, rather. Back-to-back changeups.
That is a changeup, folks, at 92. That is absolutely
back-to-back changeups, and Tom Glavine is probably cursing at the TV on that.
Young pitcher in the Toronto system.
88 mile an hour changeup, so it's full changeups to Acuna, 2-1. 1 out. Already at third after the Camargo productive chopper ground out. So hopefully we can at least get on the board.
I think it's a little more diet in American culture than Neil Castro's changeup, but
good take there. Really close changeup, but nice spit on by Ronald. 3-1.
Let's see if this one catches the corner.
Nope.
Slightly outside.
Good call by the ump there.
You're talking about Acuna, who's got such a good eye. That's the reason the strikeout rate, even with the hard hit balls and the pulling, it still remained low. High leverage pitch. And there's
slider. Jeez. He's probably not gonna get a fastball unless it's. That's so unfair. So unfair.
Sliders and changeups in this sequence. Does he dare throw the fastball?
The payoff home. Swing and a miss.
Got him on the slider.
Mccann kept Acuna off balance. And a big second out here in the 6th inning for Castro.
Jeez, Marie. really good sequence by Castro.
You can command the slider like most pitchers.
I don't know how. Oof, that was gross.
You can throw it anytime, any count.
Had Acuna way out in front there. So 2 outs, runner at third for Freeman, who is probably really happy that Taiwan Walker is out of the game. But I don't know that Miguel Castro gives him the warm and fuzzies either. But
Between the minor leagues and the major leagues, pitchers can land their off-speed pitches in any count.
Right.
And if you see a young pitcher who comes up and can do that right away, that's a special pitcher.
Freddie is getting carved tonight, unfortunately. But our entire lineup really has. So. 2-1.
Castro having some trouble finding it right now. Let's see if Freeman can get going. 2 strikeouts swinging against Walker. Two balls and a strike to the reigning NL MVP.
3-1. He's been able to land his off-speed stuff with regularity, but that fastball's gotten him a little off.
He pointed this out. He continues to spray the ball all over.
You're looking at hits by direction, right? So you're saying, well, why are the Mets shifting on him? Why does he have 3 infielders on the right side? Again, he's not going to hit ground balls the other way. His base hits to the outfield are going to be spread around.
Ugh, noise at the knees, 97 painted. There was nothing Freddie could do with that. That's not even fair. Jeez. Wow.
Now Castro, if he wants, can throw that changeup.
Come on, Free. Come on, Free.
3-2. Way inside, gets away from Nito, and Atlanta will score its first run.
Wild pitch on Freddie Freeman walk. He just pulled the mess out of that fastball, so at least we will not be shut out tonight.
Castro didn't cover home plate. Not sure they have to run anyway, but
nice job by GH getting the rally started, and at least we got something. We got some noise, but he pulled the crap out of that fastball. Wow. That's the effectively wildness I was talking about earlier, and especially with Castro. I mean, he's dotting his and breaking stuff in like nobody's business, but that fastball, he hasn't really necessarily found it. And Acuna chased that first 93-mile-an-hour changeup, but the rest of them were picture perfect.
He missed very badly. That's why you saw Hefner come out and check on Castro.
And now Oz with Freddie at first, 2 outs, and Riley, Oz walked in the 4th, and so we'll see.
Swings away the first offering. Long one for Lindor out of the shift. Smith can easily walk in.
First pitch swinging fly out by Ozzy on the 92-mile-an-hour changeup. It is 4-1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Phew! Well, I guess, like I said, 20-1 is a lot more fun than this, but at least we will not be shut out.
AI puts more data to work. So you can make smarter predictions and take your best shot.
Ah, yes, the king of the jungle. Time for a Red Bull. Red Bull? Still, you'll never be faster than a lion. I don't have to be quicker than the lion. Just faster than you. I'll give you wings.
Lately, it's been hard to think about the future, but thinking about the future is human nature.
So let's hold it right here and see what we can do. We got 9 more outs to go. 9 more outs to go. Never quit with Snit. That's got to still be there. Yeah, I've talked about the Ozuna news. Very, very disheartened by that, no doubt. And if those allegations are come to light and true, he needs to be off of our team. Yeah, he just, I have no respect for anybody that does it. I don't.
It has been
So we'll see.
Since Missouri has been to the Women's College World Series, they feel a surge coming. They can now have their chance. Just one game in the way.
Guillermo Heredia scoring the first Atlanta run tonight. They're on the board as we move on to the 6th, and it's
Edgar Santana.
I want to see Santana at Citi Field. This is Edgar Santana of the Atlanta Braves.
He's been a nice little find. I mean, he's had some struggles a bit, but
You're not going to see a change-up like you saw that go on the rest of the game. All power. Power sinker, power slider.
Good run on that pitch.
2-0.
He's got great movement.
As I praise him a little bit.
Kind of gave him a high leverage spot the other day in Boston. Yep. Showing some confidence.
Peraza 1 for 2. Rolls one over to Riley at third.
Scooped up by Riley. Good pick by Freddie. So one went out quickly.
This country this Memorial Day weekend, Fox Sports is proud to support Dreams for Veterans program with Dream Foundation. Dream Foundation is the national dream granting organization for terminally ill adults, and the Dream for Veterans program grants final dreams for our servicemen.
We gotta keep it here. Gotta keep it here. Stating the obvious, but
one down for Cameron Maven, still seeking that elusive first New York Met hit. Deep drive to Acuna last time up. Longest hitless start to a Mets career at over 27. This one off the plate. Will it stay fair? Riley's going to let it go, and the streak is finally over.
Cameron Maven, soft contact, infield single, first Met hit, longest hitless streak of anyone to start their career with the Mets. That feels good for Cameron, and they're having fun with it. But again, soft contact victim.
It's like a little squibber with an executor about 42.
I like Cameron, and I like what he did for us. So
about such kids. Good for you, Cameron Maven.
now just
brings the Mets to the 9 spot in
Drury. Hopefully he
give up his elbow pad to Cameron Maven in this game. Has his on.
But that's the monkey off the back for Cameron Maven. Breaks the 0 for 27 skid.
What a joy he is to watch some nights. Most nights, I'm just saying as the personality.
He's like Sean Casey. Made to be first, yes. Because there's always conversations.
He's got icebreakers for days. He's got a funny line to give you.
And there's a lot of conversations on that corner. Could never play center field out by yourself out there. No.
Ooh, nearly caught Cameron napping.
Really fun guy. You gotta have a personality to play first base, I think.
And Pete was one of the most excited ones over there in the dugout.
Freddie having fun with Cameron over there.
I'm sure in a short time here at the Mets, he's already become a very popular player. been the case everywhere he's been.
There goes. Drury swings and sends one deep left field. High and gone.
2-run blast by pinch hitter Brandon Drury on a neat ball fastball, and it is now 6-1. He brought some rain with that one. That was high and deep and gone. The infield single and then the big boy blast. The bottom of the order for the Braves this year, we've gotten victimized by that a lot.
One of those sinkers from Santana.
Sinkers that did nothing.
Didn't move, but not enough. Stayed in the middle. Drury didn't miss it.
His second of the year. Here's VR, who homered his last appearance for his 5th of the season.
So yay! Not. Oy, oy, oy.
Back-to-back multi-run innings for the Mets.
This is like a offensive breakout for the Mets right now, and just we haven't had anything positive for more than a 4-game stretch in this entire season.
VR stays alive.
1-2. So it's kind of disheartening. And man, it's only May 24th. So we've got a while.
Nathan, it looked like he was talking about the movement on Santana's sinker, and the one that Drury worked right into the barrel.
Santana's sinker has been a stinker. 2-2. 1 out.
And it ends up being a rally starter. Did a couple of runs out of it on the Drury pinch hit home run. Now a 2-2 to VR.
3-2.
Payoff pitch to VR.
Fouled off, 3-2, 1 out. Santana, maybe I shouldn't have praised him because his sinker has not been great right now.
It's a 5-run game. You've seen your teammates do some good things in this inning. Maybe that loosens you up a little bit too. You get the sense that guys who go through slumps, they can help get out of them when the pressure is a little lower. Oh, VR was down
Walk.
2.
Walk after 0-2. That's not good.
What a sequence this was. Bateman to Mccann.
You know, he tried the hitting the ball hard thing. They got over 26 for that, for 27. I was going to hit one softly.
Softly.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah, so maybe the Braves should try that approach. Stop hitting the ball so hard and get some softies.
You don't find that, Fred. I've been there, buddy. I understand you. I understand
I know
you.
how good it feels. There's that sinker that Drury didn't miss.
Sinker that just went into Drury's breath.
That moment there and the smiles. You know what this is? I call these. This is a chicken soup game. I'm not saying that only because it's like 43 we can all shoot some right now. But no, it's
1-0 to Lindor.
I mean, this team, we know how much, because of injuries, they've struggled offensively. They're 29th in the major leagues, next to last in runs per game. Less than the 62 Mets.
Lindor to Freeman, knocked down into foul ground. He'll have to hit him with the tag. Look at the rule safe. There's no tag applied.
What? An error by Freddie?
Worked around them.
Yeah, I thought he tagged him. A box ground ball by Freddie.
Watch this here. He thinks he's got him. Now you see him, now you don't.
And well, today, a ground ball that Freddie kind of off his chest, and then Lindor matrixed him, and first and second, one out, 6-1.
To be able to maneuver around a defender as well, and that's what Lindor took advantage of there.
So Freddie Freeman error that we never see.
Typically sure-handed at first base.
And James Mccann up, who has 3 for 3, a single, the homer, and the double, and all the bad, good stuff.
The Mets had had a 3-home run game. They did it against the Rays a couple weeks back. Swept by Tampa Bay, the top team in the American League East.
Well, that was another good swing. His swing looks much better after a slow start. Like Nito a couple years ago.
So, Santana's not having fun. Freddie's not having fun.
Rounds one towards the hole. It's short. Sliding Swanson can't get it. PR's going to come all the way around. It's 7-1 Mets. Lindor's fired up at third as Mccann delivers again.
On RBI single by Mccann. Got under his glove with Swanson. Hard hit. I don't think that's great. Defense has kind of left us right now for whatever reason.
Sliding play. Yeah.
Sliding play. Didn't get his glove down in time. It was hard hit.
Rare miscues defensively. Swanson typically good for even an error in this inning. That has helped the Mets take on 3.
Freddie looks like he wants to cry, and sort of do I. So do I. Not fun.
Not easy to do. What she's trying to do is throw every single pitch for Virginia Tech in the regionals, now in the super regionals.
Not fun, boys.
I tell you what, even though UCLA won, she looked good again last night. Look what she's been able to do this entire postseason.
And her 47 strikeouts, the most of any pitcher in this year's NCAA tournament. A lot of folks want to know who's going to pitch for UCLA. Will it be Megan Faramo or will it be Rachel Garcia? Both are warming up. We're going to tell you who is the starting pitcher when we come back. Don't forget, the winner of this one is heading to Oklahoma City.
I love baseball for the most part, but this year it's testing me, and it's testing a lot of us. And today is not fun in so many respects.
Total values on the 2021 Ram 1500.
Hey, are you ready yet? Yeah, why am I stressing? Won't be looking dressing, keep my problems on my nightstand. Tell my trust to be like there's a bigger picture, but I already do that. Let me clear 5, but I couldn't take go back and then my dad show that. They really try to go there. Being is real hard when you're in it, but I just in the end.
Oh man.
Smooth driving pays off. Saving is easy when you're in good hands. Allstate. Make a call for a quote today.
What's your favorite cowboy call, Sarah?
I feel like you're cowboy. For the first time this year, Cubs and Giants will meet. Cubs and Giants both near the top of their divisions, and then for the first time since Game 7 of the NLCS in Texas last year, it will be Braves and Dodgers.
Jay Flaw
is on.
Making his Braves debut. We signed him, or we claimed him off waivers from the Baltimore Orioles. Gets ahead of Dominic Smith
Good fastball changeup combination.
with a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Great changeup. Quickly ahead, 0-2.
One appearance this season came with the Orioles. Picked up off waivers in mid-May and making his Atlanta debut tonight. Runners at the corners and only one out here in the sixth.
Good job with Smith shortening up in these exact situations.
That's why he's been so good with
Good block by William Contreras there.
Shorten up, put the ball in play. He's trying to get a ground ball here on that changeup.
Everybody's saying that the Mets lineup, the Mets lineup doesn't have big names, but it doesn't matter. They're Major League Baseball hitters, and when you make mistakes, they're going to make you pay, and they have certainly done that this entire game. And, I mean, Maven had the infield single, and then Drury got a hanger. So.
He was down 0-2. The error by Freeman. Lindor moved around him to get aboard. Mccann with the RBI. And now a 1-2 is Smith. It's high.
I mean, we're just not playing well, and that's plain simple. And
Before that would tell me a lot as a hitter. For a pitcher, you don't have a lot of intel on. He's shook to triple up on a changeup. And now he's just kind of show me fastball without a lot of conviction here. It tells me a changeup, best pitch. And there it is.
High changeup, was able to get Dominic Smith swinging. So 2 outs, Jay Flaw. A productive start to his Braves debut.
Runners in scoring position, you don't want to get beat by your second or third best pitch. They play shook to throw a changeup a third straight time.
Sorry guys, I was looking at Twitter just to see what was going on there. Nothing fun, because tonight is not fun.
He's had a big night tonight.
It's getting an earful from Freddie over there. Shocker.
There's Tomas Nido. Kenny, you were talking a little bit about James Mccann earlier, though. He's had a big night and a big contribution in this one.
He has, and guys, I'm wondering your opinion on this. James Mccann, previously in his career, never started more than 69% of his team's games at catcher in a season. He did that with the Tigers in 2018. This season with the Mets, he started 27 of the first 34 games at catcher, and I wonder if the first base
2 fastballs high to Tomas Nido, first and third, 2 outs, 2-0.
They can perhaps spell him more than they would have ordinarily. Now, Sandy Olson, the team president, has told Luis Rojas, listen, you can rest Mccann. You can play him a little bit less. Don't worry about the contract. It would be really interesting to see how the Mets
Fly with the inside fastball, tied him up in knots.
Two great seasons with White Sox. Added that power bat lineup, so obviously you want your money's worth, but maybe versatility is where you can get some of that value.
It's a great point that Kenny made. Now listen, I don't think when the Mets are really truly healthy, there's many at bats for him at first base.
Yeah, obviously will be there.
I do think there's
got back in the count with 2 quality fastballs.
No expectations. And you have to remember, catching in the big leagues today, I mean, you have a lot on your plate in terms of game preparation, just the kind of mental gymnastics you have to go through every day, working with so many different pitchers and breaking down opponents.
Ground ball in the left field off the bat of Nido.
Nido shifts that single.
And he drives in another.
8-1.
1/6 inning and 8-1. Mets lead.
So one day they say, go play first base, James.
Oh, okay. It just keeps, the hits keep on coming.
You relax a little bit, and the results have been great. There's that change up in the locker room, but there, stay on it.
Unearned run across in Lindor. Couple days are going to be unearned in this inning.
And the Freddie Freeman error comes back to roost twice, I think. Yeah. So just some ugly defense and ugly stuff that we usually make. That was the one thing that was consistent this year, good defense, and it hasn't been the case tonight. 8-1.
Do you see a little bit of the Josh Hamilton in the setup here?
How he stands
back there?
Even when he kind of dropped the bat initially as he begun to get into the hitting stance. We talked about it earlier. Dallas, Texas native Billy Mccann.
Josh was his guy. Isn't that funny? You grow up as a youngster, you pick out somebody who you really like to emulate, and wind up with a
2-0.
in the setup.
Thank you to whoever's sticking with me and watching, because this is difficult. But I'm still enjoying it. Not the result, but to still be talking. 2-0 to McKinney, first and second, 2 outs, and we got a gift on the check swing.
One of the best hitters in the game. My goodness.
What's up, a straight chart? I mean, that guy can hit home runs to every part, he grounds the ball to every part of the ballpark, he lines it to every part of the park. Cincinnati a little bit.
3-1.
Well, at times this year.
To McKinney.
500. Maybe the NL Central's a little bit better than we expected. The Cubs have played a lot better as of late. The Cardinals have been rock solid all year.
They can rake, though. The Reds are their handful, especially in their ballpark.
Yep.
My goodness.
Bandbox at his Great American Ballpark.
Hammer to right, Billy McKinney keeps on adding for the Mets with an upper deck shot.
Jay Flaw gave up a 3-run blast bomb to Billy McKinney. It is now 11-1. Errors, extra outs to any team, no matter what the back of their bubblegum card says, it's ugly. It 11-1. So.
When we talk about all the injuries, injuries are also another way to define opportunity. That's what it is.
Wow, this is ugly.
DFA by Milwaukee. What's acquired him? Got on a 6 o'clock flight.
Well, maybe we'll see Panda tonight to make us a little bit happy. Who knows?
In the morning on Wednesday. It was in the lineup. It was in the lineup until that game got called.
Yeah, they got rained out on Wednesday, but he was supposed to be on the flight at 6, in the city at 10:30, at the ballpark at noon, and in the lineup at 7. Peraza hits a breaking ball back up the middle. Albeit an easy play.
Wow.
7-run performance.
7-run, 6th, couple of bombs, an error. Nothing fun for our Bravos. So, words probably doesn't describe what I actually am thinking, but
Coach of the year. A lot of decisions.
Softball. I've got softball on my TV at the moment as we finally end that disaster of an inning. The Virginia Tech and UCLA.
She started this game in center field tonight.
Yeah, first start in quite a while. And this is one of the best players in the country. Will be representing Team USA this summer in Tokyo. And just the fact that she's back in uniform, gets the start. It's just so meaningful for UCLA and for really the entire country to see her try and finish out her senior season.
That is the UCLA stuff.
The statement from the Atlanta Braves on the Ozuna issue is we fully support the investigation. Until the investigation is completed, we'll have no further comment, and all inquiries into the matter will be referred to the commissioner, which is a...
How much more gas does she have in the tank? Because she is the only pitcher in the NCAA tournament to throw every single pitch and make it as far as she has. It's been remarkable what she's been able to do.
As you mentioned, she threw every pitch in the regional. That pitch is bounced towards the middle. Backhanded stab playing turn of the weights.
Really?
Had to go way up the middle.
It's the Rust-to-Go Memorial Day sale. Shop and save big on this classic coastal bed.
This is
Complete clean bed, dresser, and mirror in your choice of 3 finishes. Just $9.99 or $17 a month interest-free during the Rust-to-Go Memorial Day sale.
not, well, we scored 20 runs in my first live, and we gave up 11 in my second one, so.
Billy McKinney, part of a season-high 4 home run performance for the Mets, a season-high runs scored. Their season high was 8 a couple of times against the Phillies. They put up 7 in that game. Wilfredo Tovar is the new second baseman in for Peraza. The Mets pitcher has been rock solid this year. That's Sean Reed-Foley. Another high strikeout total in less than 12 innings of work.
When he throws his fastball at the top of the zone, that's almost impossible to hit. He's what a lot of teams look for, low release point with good fastball at the top of the zone.
So it adds a little bit of ride up to it.
It just doesn't, it doesn't actually go up, obviously. He's throwing downhill, but it sinks less than the hitter expects, especially from that low release point.
Sean Reed-Foley, we've seen him before. I believe he had a 3.
Austin Riley's got ahead. He's headed to a double play tonight as well. He's been kind enough to wear a mic for us this year. A cool night.
A 3-inning scoreless appearance in when Taiwan Walker went out with injury, so he.
Personality too. I really like Austin Riley. Has made a nice impact these last couple of years.
Yeah, he plays the game loose.
Riley, 24 years old. He's originally from Memphis. Played his high school ball in Mississippi.
But hopefully we don't give away our bats and just keep fighting. It's one of those games. And probably I don't really need to recap it. And I'll probably just take a different direction with the recap. Because I feel like baseball secondary tonight. Obviously, we always want to win every single game, but the news of Ozuna's indiscretions and all of that stuff just kind of put an extra damper on everything. Nice at bat by Riley, 3-2, the on-base king.
51 more last year. We got his first really big experience in the playoffs as main infielder for this crew.
Now, he should get a fastball to hit here.
It's 11 to get a 10-run game, but pay off. Was a fastball upstairs.
Leadoff walk in a 10-run ball game.
He wears the mic for us.
And Austin Riley wearing the mic. So this.
I don't think it's going to be bad. It's a batting glove. I just got 7 hand warmers in his back pocket. Yeah, I'm right on it. Just letting you know. I'm live. Just letting you know. Okay. You don't feel cold, huh?
I think he's jealous of Todd Tischner's apparel right now at third base.
Yeah.
Here's Swanson.
Baseball players are so funny. They have their own way to define
The old hand warmers. Gotta love the hand warmers.
It's a batting glove under the glove day.
Yeah.
You know, as a shortstop, normally he's not going to wear one, but it's cold, so you want the batting glove under the glove. Players will ask, is it a long sleeve day? And sometimes it's a two
t-shirt day sometimes.
Yeah. That's how you define the weather.
For a leadoff walk and then a ball to start Swanson.
Jersey and nothing else during the game.
Doesn't matter how.
Guess this is the whole adrenaline / no adrenaline right now.
Speaking of SEC shortstops,
well, we can have the greatest comeback in Atlanta Braves history. Maybe.
That was interesting because both VR and Lindor were the first ones to really run in there. It looks like Lindor's running the meeting there. And he would do that in Cleveland, no question about that. He doesn't have to wait for the catcher or pitching coach. If he sees something, he'll go to the mound.
2-0 on Swanson. I feel like the Braves have had more duds like this year too. I mean, I know we're 1 game under 500, and we feel like we're 12 games under 500, and 3.5 back. If I assume this result holds. 2-1. Finally, got one over.
It's 11-1. Just throw the strikes.
Reminds me, Billy Martin had a pitching coach, Art Fowler, was with him forever. Oakland, New York Yankees.
In multiple stints, I think, for Billy Martin and he had to say,
They like to hang out together at the game.
That's probably the reason why you kept the one.
Good swing. Fouled back.
Before it became page 6.
Art would go to the mound and say,
2-2.
I don't know what you're doing, son, but you better stop doing it because you're making Billy awful mad. Then he'd turn around and go back to the dugout.
Swanson and his road woes continue.
Or something along those lines.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it might have been scouting report time. Might have been more. Let's get this moving. 2-2 on Swanson. Hard hit ball in the left.
And a hanging breaking pitch, first and second, no outs.
Let's go to KB in the studio. Game break time, Kevin.
Adam, the Padres have the best record in the major leagues. What a win tonight. We showed you the Fernando Tatis game-time home run, 3-run shot in the 9th. Well, this one in the 12th. Will Myers, 3-run home run, a wild game. That one will do it. They beat the Astros 11-8. Back and forth all night long. Adam, back to you.
Come on out here. Get some good vibes. Get some good vibes.
Remember that time and what we did in Houston? The same way I think the Braves look at that game against Philadelphia, I think the Padres will look at that game against Houston as a benchmark type of night.
That's a good call. How about 12 innings? You don't see many of those anymore.
Yeah.
That's a long one.
Yeah, but we weren't able to take our benchmark and be
Also
good.
to the left side, going to second for 1 on the first from Lindor.
Good hustle. Ariana grounds out. First and third. 1 out.
Manning second base. That's how the shift has changed things up.
Yeah, Lindor thought he had him at first base.
Let's see if there's a challenge involved here from the dugout.
Looking at it live, I thought he was out. I'm just going by Lindor's reaction. Mccann with the stretch. Paul Goldschmidt over there.
4th career game at first for Mccann, and that should be out. That should be an out. That should be an inning-ending, or I beg your pardon, should be a double play for 2 outs. That would still keep
And Adrian's is about to get into a double play. So the first and second no outs was very short-lived, and there's about to be a runner on third with 2 outs.
There, I agree with you. I think this could be overturned right here. Mound meeting, the play he made earlier on the stolen base at second base, definitely out.
Sure enough, that's the ball.
He tells a great story about how he developed such good hands. When he was a kid, his dad would take...
So Adrianza hasn't had too much fun in his first start since the Ozuna injury, and I think it's we will not see I hope we will not see Ozuna in a Braves uniform anymore if with the domestic violence stuff that you just can't do that. So I don't Contreras. That's just unacceptable. So there needs to be a long-term solution to give us the power and the offensive production. Give that money to Freddie Freeman as an extension and just move on. You kind of have to. Good swing by Contreras.
He said it wasn't just enough to catch the ball in that two-handed Rollins.
1-1, 2 outs.
Way of catching a ground ball. He wanted to make it stylistic, to make it difficult. In Francisco's mind, baseball's a one-handed game. You only need the second hand when you need to get rid of the ball super quickly. And he developed this knack of catching one-handed in very athletic, unusual positions, which is what you have to do in the big leagues.
Yeah. Started ball into the shift. The play by the second baseman to Drury slips and still somehow gets it to first base to end the
And
inning.
Contreras smokes the ball up the middle in the shift. The second baseman falls and somehow was able to get up and still get an out. So it's that kind of night in many, many ways.
Starting today, nobody has to settle for less than the very best.
Lay it back, covering at the point, but handling it is David Krejci.
I wonder if Craig Smith didn't get hurt from that quarterback play because Wagner's on.
We got softball. We got some softball. 1-0 UCLA.
If you have a typical airline credit card, you're not getting double miles on every purchase. You're right. I only get extra miles on some types of purchases. May I? Wait, with the Adventure card, you earn unlimited double miles everywhere. Wow. And you can use them.
Nearly dropped the old remote. But I didn't.
Yeah.
So.
You can earn up to 100,000 bonus miles in the first year. Venture gets an A. It's more like an A+. What's in your wallet?
Numbers have nothing to do with it.
Ballin'. On a budget, spend less bacon with the new $1 Your Way menu at Burger King. Featuring a flame grilled bacon cheeseburger and a chicken junior for just $1 each. Getting more for your budgets, it's different. The $1 Your Way menu at Burger King. Your way, way better.
DiGiorno has 7 delicious crusts, and your family food critics will rave. Croissant crust is flaky layers of buttery bliss. Rising crust is fresh baked deliciousness. There's a 5-star pizza for everyone in your family to love. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
College sports fans, get ready for game day with officially licensed merchandise from the NCAA official online shop, ncaa.com/shop. Get the whole family geared up with the best collection of apparel and accessories, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, headband, championships.
A chance to win.
It's kind of a really gross game. Gross day to be a Braves fan. Gross game. Gross. Well, not for the players that are playing now, but not a lot of fun. Not a lot of positivity. Not a lot of nothing. So. Panda's playing first base for Freddie. So Jay Flaw is still hurling.
They got that hit or the rally of 7 runs in the 6th inning where the Mets batted through.
It's funny that not funny, but an infield single started all that 7-run 6th inning, which the Braves have hit so many balls hard this year that have been caught. Seems unfair. Maybe we should try the infield single stuff, but just an ugly game.
My scorebook, will I have to carry the same inning over to the next inning?
I don't think. Well, if it rains tomorrow, that might be a good thing. But I don't think the Ozuna News or any of that has anything to do with it. We just played. It might have something to do with it. I don't know.
Josh Tomlin loosening up as well. Maybe a little bit of length. He might end up finishing it out for Atlanta tonight.
Jay Flaw leadoff walk. I don't know. It's just a bad game, and we've had a lot of these duds, but all the other stuff makes it even worse and just annoying. But it is what it is, unfortunately.
The Mets have had 2 days off. The Braves have had a day off. And you think we're going to see a position player? Just say it. I'm just throwing it out there, man.
Well, I mean, and then you get a player like.
So then 1-0 to Tovar.
But it's a good question. I mean, how many pitchers will we see?
Reed, Foley, and Flaw so far in the 7th. Tovar will take upstairs.
So I mentioned the Mets came in 20.
Tovar came. Flaw hasn't been necessarily great either.
Right. And listen, it's early in the season, we're a quarter of the way through, but to find a Mets team that scored runs at such a low rate, you gotta go back 40 years. 1981. 81 Mets. Dave Kingman was on the 1981 Mets.
Prodigious home run hitter.
It is 3-0. Contreras going out there to try to calm down Flaw. We really just need outs to get this game over.
Check this out. The average major league hitter today has essentially the same batting average, on-base percentage, and strikeout rate as Dave Kingman. We have a game full of Dave Kingman. The average hitter today is Dave Kingman.
But Kingman that year hit
Oh.
right above 220, so it's right around 230 where your MLB average is right now.
Swing.
2 home runs, 105 strikeouts in 100 games that year. Kind of would fit right in a certain spot in a lineup today.
He'd make a lot of money today, then.
Ton.
3 true outcomes. Walks, strikeouts, and home runs.
Let me lift something from somebody who does a great job. Steve Gelbs is the Mets reporter for SNY. And the SNY broadcaster knows that's great.
3-2.
So Gelbs was talking to Dave Mccann the other day. Mccann is now hitting coach of the Rockies, former Met. And they had a discussion about taking analytics and trying to apply them to individual players. And I thought it was a great discussion and a great comment made by Mccann. 3-2 to Tovar.
Strikeout for Flaw. Excuse me, against Tovar.
A first pitch fastball 70% of the time. So now you're going to naturally swing if you see the fastball. But you have to see the pitch still. And it's still about discerning strike lanes and identifying, as you mentioned, spin, pitch. The identification hasn't gone away. In fact, that may be harder now than it ever has been. So I think that's something to think about when we're applying the past to today, because they're such different games. That's a nice little kind of connective note there from came into today. But I think that still applies to players in the 80s, and it still applies to players today in 2020.
No doubt. I mean, there's so much information in the game today. You can get lost in the information.
Yep.
So the best coaches, and like Dave Mccann, they're not just
2-0 to VR. Flaw does not know where the ball is going.
It's almost like the military. You have all this information, but what can the boots on the ground actually use? That's what you have to do with players. Some players like Watt, like a Lil. I'll give you an example, Cameron Maven. He goes to Houston, and they said, what pitches do you like to hit? He says, I'm a good low ball hitter. Well, they actually showed him the information. He was a much better high ball hitter than a low ball hitter. So sometimes instincts about who you are and what you can handle or not handle might not be right. And it's always good, I think, to have the information to back up instincts, not to replace it, but to complement and to back it up.
VR has put a charge into a few of them tonight. That one deep the other way. But it is
fly out.
Adrianza for the out. Back to first base goes Cameron Maven. Let's get a little bit more from Kenny.
So, guys, remember back in the second inning when Jonathan VR nearly hit a grand slam, right? That ball traveled 100.7 miles per hour and had an expected batting average based on launch angle and exit velocity of 710. He go out and everything, but of course it was so windy. Well, the next time he came up, he said, okay, I'm going to do myself one better. He hit that one 103.6 miles per hour. The expected batting average was 890, and it got the desired result.
Keep an eye out for that as well. And we're showing it to you right there. XBA, that's expected batting average. And that is based on the quality of contact that a player
Go and
makes
charge my
what
phone
the
real
typical
quick.
result of that contact typically is. So you hit the ball the way VR did in the second, you've got a 710 chance, 71% chance of that being a hit in some capacity. 89% for that massive home run you hit to center field in the fifth. And obviously when you hit it that far, probably going to be a home run.
Yeah.
But that's something, if you guys are learning some of these analytical terms, XBA, that's weighted, or excuse me, that's expected batting average. There's also weighted, but we won't dive too far into that tonight.
That was a great breakdown Kenny did.
Well,
Kenny too.
the only thing I can say is maybe Maybe the Mets will not
in terms of carry.
will get all their runs out tonight and not score tomorrow. If we play tomorrow, I'm kind of sort of hoping we don't because it's DeGrom and how ugly today's gone and all that.
The more interesting thing is what we're seeing from the pitching angle. That
Jazz.
seems to be,
So
because of its composition, its new composition, is helping increase spin rate. Now we've also seen other factors that help increase spin rate, such as foreign substances. We had a big week talking about foreign substances in the sport that pitchers apply to balls. So it's a little early to really have a great feel for what's going on with the ball, but clearly there are some differences.
There was discussion about how the seams are a little bit different, so that might affect the ride of baseball. That might affect the friction when it's.
Sorry, I'm still enjoying my
depending on the weight and
dinner.
pressure. This week, Mike Schilt got into it with new record holder Joe West. Lindor, deep drive, and Mets fans are waiting for it.
Lindor, a 2-run homer, so they're just playing basketball. I would normally not end a stream. It was 13-1 in the bottom of the 7th. I would definitely normally not end one, but I think this is a time to just kind of cut bait and just know that this one was not fun whatsoever on so many levels, and just I will see you guys next week. Hopefully it's a better game, and hopefully we'll get on some winning rolls and just have a lot more fun. But right now it is not at all. 13-1, and there's still 2 more innings to go, and it's kind of ugly. So, as always, go Braves. That's never going to change, but today is not a fun day to be a Braves fan. But thank you guys for tuning in, despite the result and despite today. This is still always fun, and I can't wait to do the next one and have fun with you guys. So peace out, and hopefully better tomorrow, and we'll have fun with it then. But peace out. As always, go Braves. I will talk to you guys later.